Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
And that'll do it for New York Knicks game night. Coming up next from TD Garden, it's the Knicks and the Boston Celtics. Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt have the call, and I'll be back with you at halftime. Enjoy the game, everyone. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This has been the New York Knicks pregame show. Get ready. New York Knicks basketball is coming right up.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Are you ready?
Anunoby left wing three. Got another one. OG Anunoby's third three-pointer.
This is so much fun.
New York Knicks basketball is on the air.
Kick out to Hart far corner. Extra pass Clarkson. And he buries a three. The Knicks are playing beautiful basketball right now, and it forces another Washington timeout.
The New York Knicks. Are you ready?
Between the legs dribble. Gets rid of Thompson. Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! The clutch player of the year will not be denied. Jalen Brunson with 4.3 puts the Knicks in front.
Knicks basketball starts right now. Now here's Monica McNutt, and with the play-by-play, here's Tyler Murray on the MSG Radio Network.
Tuesday night in Boston, Massachusetts, TD Garden, a place that used to be a house of horrors for the recent New York Knicks. Now it's a place where they've made a lot of great memories, returning to the site of one of the biggest upsets in NBA playoff history. The Knicks will reignite the rivalry against the 11-9 Boston Celtics. So glad you're with us, everybody, alongside Monica McNutt. I'm Tyler Murray. All-star crew with us here in Boston. Pete Souris, our statistician. Doug Lane, our engineer. And Ray Santiago, as always, our esteemed producer back in the Big Apple. Monica, big spot tonight. Prime time game, 8 o'clock tip or thereabouts. National television. Plus, we got Mike and Clyde in the building on regional TV. And then there's you and me on the radio side. A lot of hype around this game, not just because it's New York, Boston, and Knicks Celtics the day after we saw Giants and Patriots just outside the city in Foxborough, Massachusetts. You've got a Knicks team that just went 11-3 in November, and a Celtics team that after starting 0-3 has won 7 of their last 10. What's got you most excited about this game with almost as much intrigue as you could hope for, minus Jason Tatum, OG Anunoby, and Landry Shamet. This should be a great NBA game tonight.
Quite honestly, revenge is on my mind.
Oh.
And obviously, the Knicks don't need to revenge anything, but I do want to see how they respond. I thought Mikal Bridges' sound earlier in the week talking about 11-3 and a lot of those victories having been at home. Now you've got the opportunity to go on the road with a team with a little bit of an axe to grind and some talent playing good basketball. How will this Knicks team respond? I'm excited to see just how they step up to the challenge.
Let's get to the officiating crew. It's Sean Wright, Merritt Kogut, and John Conley. Those officials, as always, are brought to you by Dime Community Bank. Dime Community Bank's new branch is now open at Madison and 37th Street, right in the heart of Manhattan. Visit dime.com to learn more. Dime, we've got your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Well, Karl Anthony Towns finished with a team-high 22 points in Sunday's win over the Raptors. Monica, you were just talking to Pat O'Keefe about this. It was the Celtics last year who seemed to have the best version of guarding Towns in the NBA because they had so many big athletic wings they could put on him, and he couldn't really overpower a center. How do you expect Towns to play in this particular matchup with, yes, Jaylen Brown being one of the best athletic wings in the league? Maybe Jordan Walsh could try to play that role. Just generally speaking, what do you expect from Karl Anthony Towns tonight as he tries to kick his season into gear?
You know, it's a really delicate balance when you're trying to get right because it can cause you to press and then you swing the pendulum a little too far the other way, right? You pressing becomes ill-advised shots. It takes away from the team momentum. It is detrimental. But there is also coming out with a renewed sense of focus. And while I will admit I think the last 3 games or so have been sort of wonky for Karl Anthony Towns, I give him credit for not pressing and allowing the game to come to him. And so perhaps tonight maybe he takes the onus on the defensive side of the basketball and allows that to potentially energize his offense. But he's got to go ahead and knock down some of those wide-open threes that he's getting.
The Knicks jumped the Raptors in the standings after Sunday's win, so they are in second place in the far too early look at the Eastern Conference standings. 13 wins and 6 losses for New York. Still looking up at the 17-4 Pistons. Of course, the Pistons had a 13-game win streak snapped here in Boston last week with a game-tying foul shot missed by Cade Cunningham with just a few seconds left. Which owed to Boston's won 7 out of 10. Their most impressive stretch has come even more recently. Their last 4 games, they beat Orlando by 9. That was the second night of a back-to-back for the Magic after they took down the Knicks. Then they ended Detroit's long win streak. They lost in Minnesota by 4 and then beat the Cavs on the second night of a back-to-back in Cleveland just 2 nights ago. So the Celtics are riding high, but so are the Knicks, who have won 4 consecutive games over Brooklyn, Charlotte, Milwaukee, and Toronto. It is time for the national anthem here at TD Garden. We'll tune in for the Star Spangled Banner and then get you the starting lineups and the opening tip between the Knicks and Celtics for the first time this season here at TD Garden.
And now, for the singing of our national anthem, please welcome Fran Rogers. Oh, say, can you see and us early light, what so proudly we hailed at twilight's last
are set for Knicks basketball on a Tuesday night in Boston, Massachusetts. In a different universe, the Celtics would have been favored to go back to back to back. Yes, around this time last year, they were the odds-on favorite to win the NBA championship. They have blown out the Knicks on opening night. In fact, they won all 4 matchups in the regular season between Boston and New York. But then, not only did the Knicks end the Celtics' title defense, they altered the course of this franchise. And yes, a lot of it had to do with Jason Tatum's Achilles injury. That did not affect the series, but it did affect the long-term outlook for the Celtics team. They no longer have Kristaps Porzingis, Luke Cornett, several others, Drew Holiday, Al Horford, but they've got this starting 5 that has put together some very impressive games these last few weeks. It'll be Peyton Pritchard and Derek White in the backcourt. Speaking of impressive games, Peyton Pritchard, 42 points in Cleveland on Sunday, one shy of a career high. That was coming off a 9-point effort, and man, did he make up for it. Pritchard now in year 6 out of Oregon, undersized at 6'2", but he has been phenomenal moving into a starting role after winning 6th Man of the Year a season ago. At the 2 guard, it's Derek White, 9th year out of Colorado. He's actually taken a step back a bit, 32% from three-point range. He's shooting more, he's playing more often. So across the board, he's got a lot of career-high numbers, but the points are down a little bit because the three-point shot has not been there for Derek White. On the wings, it is Jaylen Brown and Jordan Walsh. One guy you know about, the other you probably don't. Jaylen Brown in year 10 out of Cal. He just had his 4th career triple-double on Sunday in Cleveland, but he was maybe even better on Saturday in Minnesota. 41 points for Jaylen Brown, and he wound up with a never-before stat line in Celtic history. 41 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, and 1 block. He's accounting for almost a quarter of the Celtics scoring this season. Jaylen Brown, no surprise, with Jason Tatum still on the mend. And then Jordan Walsh. He's been with the Celtics now for 3 years, but he's finally getting some playing time. Walsh has started 9 games this year after just 1 last season, and he's coming off his first career double-double, a career-high 14 points, and a career-high 6 offensive rebounds. Walsh is one of those do-everything glue guys, 6'7", 208 pounds. Look for him to crash the boards and get some of those 50-50 balls that can swing games. In the middle, it's Neemias Queta, who briefly played for Mike Brown in Sacramento early in his career. Queta, 7-footer out of Portugal, 5th year from Utah State. And he has a team high plus 124 rating this year. But he's available, and he's been nursing a left ankle injury at certain points this season. He's been a real difference maker. The Knicks starting 5 we've seen now for 5 consecutive games, and of course it's highlighted by Josh Hart, who has not yet lost as a starter with New York. But let's go to the backcourt first. It's Jalen Brunson and Deuce McBride. Brunson was just named Eastern Conference Player of the Week, averaging 29 points, 5 assists, and shooting 41% from 3. And the Knicks were 4-0 during last week. As for Deuce McBride, he is as hot as he's been in his entire career. 14 for his last 20 from 3. That's 70%. We'll see if he can keep it up in a building he usually plays pretty well in. On the wings, it's Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart. Bridges now leads the league in stocks. That's steals plus blocks. He's got 64 of them. And he's got 2 blocks and 2 steals in 8 consecutive games. That's a Knick record. As for Josh Hart, another monster performance on Sunday against Toronto. 20 points and then a team-high 12 rebounds and 7 assists. Can he stay hot from 3 as the calendar turns to December? He was at 43% in November, capped off by a 4-for-7 effort on Sunday. Then you got Karl Anthony Towns in the middle, team-high 22 points after a slow start on Sunday, which included a reboundless first half. The second leading rebounder in the NBA, Karl Anthony Towns, 12 a game behind only Nikola Jokic, did not have a rebound in the first 2 quarters against Toronto. We can expect that to change here tonight as the Knicks are suited up in their statement edition black uniforms. It's got the beams of the Garden Lights on the side of the pants and the jerseys. It goes from blue up to beams of orange, and orange is the color of New York on the front, and the numbers on the front and back. When it's game time, it's Tully time. The opening tip is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Knicks will go from left to right. Celtics from right to left, and they're in green with Boston in white across the front. And the numbers on front and back in white. Tip is won by Cada. Celtics ball attacking the basket to our left, and we're underway for the first time since last year's playoff upset stunner in Boston. Knicks, of course, beat the Celtics by 10 in the second game of the season in New York. Pritchard at the foul line, steps back for a long two. That one's off the mark, wide right, rebound Hart. Knicks on the move from left to right. Long pass ahead for Bridges, strides through the lane, kicks out to McBride, far corner. Now Towns, top of the key three, in and out as his three-point struggles continue, and Cada gets the rebound. Now it's Jaylen Brown, near side corner, tried to jab step past Brunson. He stripped him, and then a loose ball on the deck, out of bounds off of Brown, and Mikal Bridges dove on the ground for it. It was Brown fighting for the ball, but he had his sneaker on the sideline.
I'm sure for Jaylen Brown seeing Mikal Bridges, there's all type of flashbacks and such. But I do like the energy you can feel in here. This one feels anticipatory from this Celtics crowd.
Brunson drives down the lane, kick to a wide open Hart, three from the far corner. Connects. Josh Hart trying to stay hot in December. Gets the first points tonight. It's 3-0 New York.
He talked about in the Raptors matchup how they were sagging off of him, and he has to take those shots and shoot them with confidence.
Derek White off the dribble with three, near side wing, in and out over Bridges, rebound Towns. And you're right about Bridges and the memories that Jaylen Brown must have from last year's playoffs. Brunson step back three from the wing, got it from the near side. Back-to-back three-pointers for Hart and then Brunson. It's 6-0 New York.
This is a great start for the New York Knicks on both sides of the basketball. Love the effort from Mikal Bridges.
Derek White inside to Cada, alley-oop from the far side wing, right to the cup as Cada snuck behind Towns. It's 6-2.
I don't have the stats in front of me, but it doesn't feel like the Knicks have gotten eaten up on that play as much this season the way that we saw it last season.
You're right. They help a lot more off ball, and they're one of the best paint-protecting defenses in the NBA. They give up the fewest points in the league in the paint as Josh Hart goes off the dribble. Left elbow jumper rattles in over Cada. It's 8-2 New York. So yes, the Game 2 steal from Bridges gets a lot of headlines as he snatches one here from the foul line. Took it away from Brown. Coast to coast drive and kick near corner three. McBride buries it. The Knicks are scorching hot from three. They've connected on 3 out of their 4 triples already and an early 9-point lead. The Game 1 steal was also from Bridges, and he stripped Jaylen Brown, who was trying to tie the game with a 3 with very little time on the clock. And now Brown turned it over, got stuck on the right side elbow. Ball was stripped and came out of bounds off his leg. Nick ball from left to right. Brunson, right side baseline drive, pull up 2-pointer, rattles in and out over Walsh. And then Towns went down hard on the rebound. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Jaylen Brown. It's certainly on the Celtics. Yeah, Brown bumped Towns. It looked like a clean rebound available for Cada, but only because Towns got pushed by Brown.
He's pushed by Brown, but falls over the back of Derek White. That was a calamitous. Oh, goodness gracious.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Certainly applies to Karl Anthony Towns as he's going to post up the smaller Walsh. Far side elbow, steps into the paint. Lefty flip shot is good and one. A dominant start for the Knicks. Already up 13-2 with a free throw to come.
I talked a little bit with Pat pregame that this could be an opportunity for Karl Anthony Towns to get to that signature efficient sort of double-double rhythm. He's still managed to get to some double-doubles as of late, but it just hasn't been signature. So we'll see. Could this be the start that he needs?
There were moments in that playoff series last year when they would put a smaller player on Towns and he would methodically back them down, take him to the rim, and make that drop step move to get an and one. It happened multiple possessions in a row against Al Horford last year. That time he did it against Walsh, and he converts the three-point play with a foul shot as the Celtics have gone scoreless 5 of their first 6 possessions. Cada out high, looking around as the Knicks drop off the 7-footer. They'll hand to Pritchard on the near side wing. Crossing over Brunson, pushed off, no call. Finds Brown for 3, back rimmed it from the right wing. Rebound tipped twice by Bridges, then batted to McBride. Long outlet to Hart. He'll hand to Brunson. 3 from the wing, in and out. Rebound, fought for. McBride almost had it, but Cada tore it away. That was a far angle triple from Brunson that was halfway down. Knicks up 12. White pump fake to 3 in front of the Celtic bench. Now drives baseline on Hart. Floater is good and a foul from Hart. They're trying to catch him from behind. So Derek White makes it a 10-point game with a free throw to come.
I don't think that the Celtics are going to go away. I think that this margin is going to fluctuate. This is what we see across the league, and we've certainly seen it with the Knicks on both sides of the ball, right? In their last context versus Cleveland, they got up nearly, not a full 20 points, but nearly to 20 versus Cleveland, and of course that game ended in a 1-point margin. So ebbs and flows of a basketball game are part of the league this year for sure.
White misses the free throw. 14-4, New York in front. Josh Hart has the game high with 5. Someone's hot streak's going to end here tonight in Boston as Towns gets loose for a left wing 3. Back rimmed it off a pick and pop with Brunson. Banged off the top of the backboard. Offensive rebound to Hart. It comes to McBride. Far wing 3. Connects over Pritchard. Deuce McBride has hit 2 of his 2 3-pointers. Timeout Joe Mazzulla. And it's a role reversal from what we normally see in the regular season here in Boston. The Knicks, a dominant start. 17-4, 8.5 into the game.
It is not the 2024-2025 season anymore. That is for certain.
8.5 to go, I should say, in the first quarter. New York 17, Boston 4. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What a start for the Knicks. Still 8:27 to go in the first quarter, so a lot of basketball left to be played, but it is 17-4 New York in search of their 5th consecutive win. They've got 6 points from Deuce McBride on 2 3-pointers. Josh Hart has 5, and Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns each have 3. Knicks are 4 of 7 from downtown, including an 0 for 2 from Karl Anthony Towns. They are finding a way to produce even without their second-best scorer, having his best start to the season. And we're coming out of a timeout from Joe Mazzulla, who has watched his team go 0 of 2 from 3, limited to buckets from Keita and White. Knicks will come out of the timeout with the same 5. And same story for Boston. They will go from right to left in green against the black and orange of New York. Derek White pressured across midcourt by Mikal Bridges, who has a steal already, looking for his 9th consecutive game with multiple blocks and multiple steals. Near side arc, it's Jaylen Brown, dribbles to the far elbow, pulls up for 2, and drops it in over Jalen Brunson. It's an 11-point game. Brunson quickly up court. At the near perimeter, marked by Jordan Walsh out high. They want to post up Towns near side mid-range on Jaylen Brown. He'll back him down with a left-hand dribble, directing traffic, asking for a 3-second violation, and then he'll take Brown to the rim and a spin move toward the right baseline, and a bank shot gives the Knicks a 13-point lead.
The Knicks immediately use that screen action to set Karl-Anthony Towns up and clear him of Jordan Walsh, who has more size than Jaylen Brown.
Queta hands to Pritchard. 3 from in front of his bench is off the back rim. Walsh got a fingertip on the rebound and a whistle and a foul called, I believe, on Josh Hart. They're going to keep it on this end of the floor. Jalen Brunson is hit with the foul. He immediately turns toward the Knick bench and says, I didn't do anything. Let's challenge.
Was he even involved?
I did not think so.
Looks like Mike Brown's going to ask him to be smart the rest of the way. There's no challenge signal.
Just the first foul on Brunson. Inbound comes to Pritchard out high. Skips a pass to the far wing. Catch and shoot 3. Jaylen Brown off the front rim. Offensive rebound. Queta. Celtics are 0 for 4 from downtown. Queta got tripped out of bounds on the rebound, but it'll stay with the Celtics with 14 on the shot clock.
That was close on the part of Josh Hart. From our vantage point here, it looked like he actually got Queta on the arm and got away with that one.
Inbound from White, finds Queta out high, a handoff to Jaylen Brown, turns the corner around to Queta's screen. He was contested on a right elbow jumper, so he passed out of it. Top of the key, it's Pritchard, dribbles to the foul line, alley-oop to Queta, easy bucket as 3 different Knicks converged on Pritchard at the stripe. It's 19-8 now.
So that miscommunication is interesting because Deuce McBride is one of the best on-ball defenders that the Knicks have. In fact, Mike Brown was just praising the way that he fought over screens, so he got over that screen. Knicks got to understand that he's a guy that can do that and make the necessary adjustment.
Going to the well again, Towns on the drive against Brown. Found a Hart, now to his streaking Bridges, caught in the air, middle of the paint. He'll kick out to Hart on the high side wing. Dribble to the elbow, pulls up for 2, but did not get it off in time. And that's the Knicks' first turnover on a 24-second violation. Celtics take over down 11.
Last season, he had such a knack and was shooting a pretty impressive percentage in terms of getting shots off with 6 seconds or less on the shot clock. That had kind of become this charming thing that Josh Hart was able to navigate. Now, while he did it, this offense shouldn't have those issues. So the Knicks got to be more mindful of what's happening on the clock.
Timeout on the floor. They're holding a towel up at Derek White's face. He might have got clocked there. We're getting a look at a replay. Yeah, Mikal Bridges on that pass out of a shot from the foul line inadvertently took his left hand across the nose of White. So he's getting that plugged up now as we have a brief pause in the action. 6:42 to go in the first quarter. It's Knicks 19, Celtics 8. First matchup between these two teams was the second game of the year back on October 24th. That game finished 105-95 Knicks as the Celtics started 0-3. New York began the year 2-0, then lost those 3 straight road games. That matchup swung in the second quarter. The Knicks outscored the Celtics 42-14 in quarter number 2. And since then, they've put together 8 more 40-point quarters. They lead the league in that department. Inbound comes to Jaylen Brown as they get Derek White all cleaned up. Anthony Simons into the game for the first time, replacing Peyton Pritchard. Brown lost the ball on the near side mid-range. It was poked loose by Hart, apparently, so it stays with Boston.
So there's definitely a level of attentiveness to Jaylen Brown, which is appropriate. He has earned that for sure. The Knicks are doing their best to be physical with him without fouling.
These are 2 of the top 5 offenses in the NBA. Knicks are 3rd. They have been for a while. Celtics now 4th. Off the dribble, mid-range jumper. Misses from Brown at the elbow, but then Jordan Walsh soars in for the tip-in.
He's flying high with confidence right now, coming off of a double-double performance in that victory versus Cleveland. That was his first career double-double.
19-10, Knicks with the lead. McBride near midcourt finds a cutting. Bridges at the foul line. Kick out to Brunson near corner. Pump fake to 3. Now jab step left. Baseline drive right. Half spin turnaround. Pump fake. Lean in. Kick out. Hart. Wide open 3 from the right wing is good. And that was all Jalen Brunson setting up Hart with an open look at a 12-point lead.
You know, you and I talked a little bit earlier, and you said if Josh Hart is still playing like this and shooting 40% from 3, he's an all-star. And I don't think it's a tough case. I agree.
Queta again in the lane. Catch and slam as multiple bodies went to the ball handler Derek White on the near side angle, and he put it right to the big man for an easy 2. Queta's got 6. That is the Celtic high. They're back within 10. McBride at the left point. Finds Bridges at the angle. Baseline drive from the far side. Now backing down White. At the block, picked up his dribble. Kick out to Hart up top. Drives on the left side of the paint, steps back to a three from the wing and connects again. Josh Hart is 3 for 3 from long range. A game-high 11 points. Knicks by 13.
Folks are really continuing to dare him to shoot. That is going to change if he keeps this up.
Brown on the other and powers down the lane, near side of the paint. Banked one in, high off glass to get 2 points back, but it's still 25-14 New York. Mitchell Robinson and Jordan Clarkson head to the scorer's table. Joe Mazzulla starts to shudder on the bench. Now Hart from the far side perimeter, drives, spins, floater from the block won't go, tipped out of Towns' reach by Queta, and then Towns fouled Queta and goes over to talk to the official about it.
So we've got a lot of extracurricular happening in the paint. That foul went against Karl Anthony Towns, but in actuality, he has a great case right now because Jaylen Brown, who gives up some size to Karl Anthony Towns, was being as physical as possible, including giving him a forearm shiver with both arms. And then Towns bumped into Queta on the rebound, and then there's incidental contact that gets whistled against Towns. But there is a lot of extracurricular because of the size disadvantage for Brown in the paint.
Knicks by 11, defending the basket to our left. 25-14 New York, 4.5 to go in the first. Looks like Towns was coming out anyway. It's Clarkson and Robinson onto the floor for McBride and Cat. Spin in the lane from Brown, hangs in the air. Tried to hand off to Minot in the dunker's spot, but it's out of his hands.
He ran into the Mitchell Robinson wall of defense.
Near side block, it is Bridges backing down White. Step back, fadeaway jumper, front rim, no. Offensive rebound, Robinson, and then they wrap him up. It is the third team foul on the Celtics, so that'll be an inbound from in front of the Knick bench, but a familiar sight to see.
Yeah.
A green jerseyed player wrap up Robinson after an offensive rebound.
Going back to the good old hack-a-Mitch strategy. Racking up those fouls, and, you know, the Celtics are willing to live with that.
It's been working this year. He's just 2 of 13 from the stripe. He's got the ball at the top of the arc. Anston Brunson sets a screen for him. They go pick and roll. Now at the far side angle, it's Clarkson. He'll attack the foul line, pulls up for 2. Back rimmed it over the contest of Anthony Simons. Long rebound into the far corner. Hauser got there before Bridges, and he sets up Derek White on the break. Try to walk into a right wing 3, but a good contest from Brunson. And then Brown dribbled off his foot. Brunson over the top. Bridges, the over-the-shoulder catch, and a nice right-hand finish. A Willie Mays style grab on the break, and a 13-point Knick lead.
What a great pass by Jalen Brunson. It's like back in camp when you're working on passes in the 3-man weave drill, you throw the ball to where your teammate is going, not where they are. It's a beautiful pass.
A Georgetown staple for Monica McNutt, the 3-man weave drill. Anthony Simons running the point. Screen from Josh Minot, dribbling at the right wing. Crosses over Robinson in the lane. Righty layup is good. He got the first step on the 7-footer, and Mitch couldn't catch up. It's an 11-point game.
Anthony Simons is a guy that can score with ease in a variety of ways.
27-16 New York, 3:20 left in the first quarter. Into the far corner, it's Clarkson. Will dribble out of it and then find Brunson back near that green Celtic logo at center court. Left point, pull up 3 from Brunson. Back rim over Brown. Rebound tipped by Bridges, collected by Robinson. Hart left alone, top of the key. Not going to heat check it though. They'll send it to Brunson, near side arc. Left hand dribble in the paint, defended by White. Double team, kick out to Hart, tipped away to midcourt. And then as they chase the loose ball down, Hart shoulder checked by Brown at that leprechaun logo between the backcourt and front court. And that'll be the second foul on Brown, 4th on the Celtics, and send us to a timeout with the Knicks leading the Celtics 27-16. 2:55 to go in the first. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
For 125 years, Local 3 IBEW, alongside their NICA New York partners, have powered our city, skyline, schools, hospitals, and arenas. Local 3 and NICA New York members have kept our city shining, safely, skillfully, and proudly for over 125 years. Local 3 and NICA New York, always leading the way.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/26.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
2:55 remaining in the first quarter here in Boston. It is Knicks 27, Celtics 16. Knicks started the night 6 out of 12 from the field. Since then, they're 4 of 8. They have not cooled down. Celtics, they've heated up a little bit. They've hit 6 of their last 9 shots. But the three-pointers are just not falling. They are 0 of 4 so far. Jaylen Brown is 0 for 2. Pritchard and White have missed their only 3-point attempts. I don't know, Monica. Does it feel like the Celtics should be happy they're only down 11? Is this a missed opportunity by the Knicks? Or do you still feel good no matter what on the road, up 27-16 early in this game?
Did you switch the question on me? Were you asking me should the Celtics feel good or should the Knicks feel good?
Yeah, basically an either or.
Oh, okay.
You can say whatever you like.
I think the Knicks should be pleased with how well they're playing. Josh Hart and Deuce McBride coming out knocking down threes. That's a good sign. 6 of 10 so far from the three-point line. I think if you're the Celtics, you need your leader in Jaylen Brown to settle down. To me, he's very clearly in his head, anxious about excising demons of last year, which is fine, I understand. But he's got to settle down so that his team can take their cue from him.
Joe Mazzulla said before the game he did not go back and watch round 2 that ended their season last year.
Lies.
I wonder if Jaylen Brown did. We said losing to the Knicks feels like death at the time. On the Knick inbound, a whistle and a foul away from the ball.
Are they just going to keep, with the foul to get, yep, there you go.
No, they get Amari Williams.
They literally put him in the foul.
So it is the penalty and the bonus for the Knicks, so Robinson will get 2 free throws. Amari Williams, by the way, the rookie out of Kentucky, one of 3 players from London, or from England, that is, as Robinson backrims the first free throw. We only bring that up because the other 2 players are on the Knicks. OG Anunoby and Tosin Awoma, both from the UK.
I was literally going through my head, I was like, how come Dadier is from France? I forget OG technically is from the UK. I think of him as just a Nigerian American.
Yes.
But I guess he's a Nigerian. What are you when you're from England?
A Brit.
A Nigerian-British. A British Nigerian. Is that?
Robinson missed the first but got the second.
Yeah, let's go to basketball.
So he is now 3 out of 15 from the line this season. Knicks by 12, final 3 minutes, first quarter. Monica got our engineer Doug Lane to laugh, which means tonight's a win no matter what. Off the dribble 3, Peyton Pritchard short from the far wing. An offensive rebound. Minot banked it in over Brunson to make it a 10-point game.
Offensive rebounding was one of my keys. Both teams so far with 6 points off of 0 boards.
Foul away from the ball will send Robinson to the free throw line. Baylor Shireman into the game to wrap him up. So Mitch will take the free throws. Maybe Joe Mazzulla didn't watch the playoff series from last year, because this was an element that really seemed to throw the Celtics off their game, focusing entirely on fouling Mitchell Robinson.
He at least watched game 1 because he was trying to win game 2.
Good point.
Now, if he didn't watch game 2, man, I don't believe that either.
First free throw at the basket to our right is off the back rim. These are right on line. And you know he's putting in a ton of work on it.
That series went 4 games? 5 games.
Almost.
It went 5, right? Yeah.
It went 6.
It went 6?
The Luke Cornett game was here in game 5.
Oh, yeah, that's
Jaylen
right.
Brown had an unreal game, and the second free throw is high off the back rim and then falls off the front rim. No. So still a 10-point game. Knicks in 6. It was a very popular hashtag.
Gosh, I totally forgot the Luke Cornett game. I thought it was 5. I just remember the Jaylen Brown game back at the Garden.
Not a memorable one. Off the dribble three from Pritchard, near side angle, around and out with Robinson contesting. Shireman soared in for the offensive rebound, but then lost it out of bounds near sideline. Knicks will inbound. 28-18. Do you remember how many games the Pistons series went?
7. Am I right or wrong?
All right, this quiz is over. Brunson for three, off the backboard from straight on. Offensive rebound, Robinson. Gershon Yabusele into the game, and a whistle and a foul away from the ball. They wrapped up Robinson, and the Knicks are all pointing to the shot clock, or the Knick basket, off to our right.
It went 6.
Yes, it went 6. Never came back to New York.
Right, I just remember it. I remember how it ended. We were there for that.
All right, I have to ask because the referees are talking. What do you got on Indiana? Eastern Conference. Eastern Conference Finals.
I don't want to remember that one.
Okay, fair. Don't even answer.
Was it 6? It was 6, right?
Nailed it.
Yeah.
6-game series.
Gosh.
So all 3.
Ugh.
And yes, an away from the play foul, because there's a rule for this under 2 minutes. That's why the Knicks were pointing at the shot clock. You're not allowed to foul a bad foul shooter or whoever away from the play under 2 minutes to prevent the hack-a-mitch strategy.
Or you can and just give up a free throw.
Which is exactly what happened. Jalen Brunson knocks it down. So Knicks ball up 11, 1:59 to go in the first. Inbound to Robinson, hand to Brunson at midcourt. He's watched by Baylor Shireman. Crossing over but not moving anywhere. A screen on the near side from Clarkson. Into the corner for McBride. Drives the paint. Kick out far wing 3. Yabusele. Back rim no. Rebound. Robinson swatted it out to Brunson. And from the near wing, they'll get it to the left point. Clarkson's 3. No. And a good box out from Hauser prevents another offensive board from Mitchell Robinson. Celtics on the move from right to left. Shireman a baseline drive. Stripped out of bounds by Clarkson. It'll stay with the Celtics. 16 to shoot, 91 to play in the first quarter.
I'm smiling because Jordan Clarkson told us in Miami that he'd be defending now. And I liked that defensive effort just now.
He really is.
You know, it's fact, but I just loved how he called it out.
Long 3 from Hauser. A step beyond the three-point line on the right side wing. Misses. Brunson speeds ahead from left to right. Knicks by 11, 1:20 left in the opening quarter. Yabusele dribble handoff near side arc to Clarkson. Now back up top for Brunson. Defended by Shireman. Backing him down now. Bounce pass to Clarkson. Far side wing. Penetrates, shoots, and missed a righty floater from the middle of the paint.
I couldn't believe that Clarkson even looked to pass that one. He was in his spot.
Minot corners 3. Too strong from in front of the Celtic bench. Rebound Yabusele with just under a minute to go in the first quarter. Celtics do not have a three-pointer yet. They're 0 of 8, but they're only down 11. Yabusele straight on. Dribbles to his left. Pulls the ball out for McBride. Hands to him. And now a midcourt reset with Brunson. Screen for McBride on his left. Dribble to the wing. Inside out move. And gets into a back down move on Simons. Left block. Shoots and scores off the window with the left hand. And the Knicks are up 13.
While Simons is known as a versatile scorer, defending is maybe not something that you think of when you think of him.
He does rattle in a 3 from the far side perimeter.
That completely tracks.
As the Celtics snap their 0 of 8 start from distance. And they get the 2 for 1, 20 to play, 15 to shoot. Brunson across midcourt from left to right, hounded by Minot. First year in Boston after several in Minnesota. Switched on to by Simons. 4 to shoot, crossover left side in the lane. Faked his spin, took a layup and got pulled down hard. A foul called on Simons as he knew Brunson had him beat. So with 6.7 to play in the first, it's free throws for Brunson at the basket to our right. And a 10-point Knick lead late in the first quarter.
In case you're wondering, the Knicks have attempted 6 free throws. 7 and 8 will come now with Jalen Brunson compared to just 1 for the Boston Celtics. So the Knicks are doing a really good job of defending without fouling.
Celtics get the fewest free throw attempts in the NBA, 19 a game. Jaylen Brown was asked about it earlier this week, and he says he does not understand because he gets downhill as much as any player in the NBA, and he is indeed top 10 in driving to the basket, Jaylen Brown. Meanwhile, the first free throw from Brunson misses off the heel. Clarkson and Yabusele come out of the game for Bridges and Diawara for one last defensive possession. On the floor with McBride, Brunson, and Robinson. Second free throw. It's in the air, and it's through the net to give the Knicks an 11-point lead. 6.7 to go. Inbound to Simons across midcourt from right to left with 3 seconds left. Top of the key with 2. Whistle and a foul on the drive. There was a hard screen set. And did Bridges reach in? Yep. Mikal Bridges reached in, but they had one to give, so with 1.5 to go, it makes things a little bit tougher on Boston as Jordan Clarkson is heading to the scores table for Jalen Brunson.
All right, so the Knicks obviously don't want to commit a foul in the act of shooting here. Just clean, smart defense. Mohamed Diawara is also on the ball.
Long wingspan, inbound to Hauser under the hoop. Missed the layup with a good contest from Clarkson, who just checked in for defense. And Minot couldn't get the putback in time. So we go to the second quarter with the Knicks leading the Celtics 32-21. New York was 6 of 13 from 3. Boston was 1 of 9. And it adds up to an 11-point New York lead.
Well, I'd also call out New York's defense. It looks like Jordan Clarkson was given credit for the block on that final play to end the quarter. They've got 3 steals as a team as well, and they've been able to muster up 11 points off of the 5 turnovers that they forced the Celtics into.
Knicks by 11 after the first quarter. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com, and your first delivery is free. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup, the largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Every unforgettable Knicks moment is built on heart, hustle, and history, the same qualities that define London Jewelers. For 100 years, London Jewelers has helped generations celebrate life's biggest wins, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones that shine forever. Because true brilliance isn't just seen, it's felt, shared, and passed on. From fine timepieces to exquisite jewelry, London Jewelers is where moments become memories that last a lifetime. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of excellence. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey! Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York.
Second quarter about to begin here in Boston. The Celtics went 1 of 9 from three-point land. Knicks were 6 of 13, led by 3 out of 3 from Josh Hart. Not sure how long he can keep up this heater. And the thing is, Monica, he doesn't have to. He's got a team-high 11 points, but it's all the little things Hart's been doing so well that have encouraged Mike Brown to give him so many minutes lately. But if you get even league average three-point shooting from Josh Hart, which these days is like 37% because everybody can make threes, you've got yourself a championship-level starting player.
Yes. You will get no arguments from me, partner. You on a roll. Preach.
Oh, thank you. Into the game, Tyler Kolek, Deuce McBride, Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns. How about Tyler Kolek lately? In the last 5 games, he's averaged 15 points a night. And I think this is actually a pretty big moment for him, because it's one thing to get decent minutes against Brooklyn and Charlotte, but on the road in Boston, hoping to sustain what's been a great start. They held the Celtics to a season-low 21 first-quarter points. Let's see how Kolek stacks up here.
Well, the beautiful thing about what this opportunity presents to Kolek is that as much as folks will point to the offense, I think defensively he's really stepped up. And so the Celtics have gone to some of their second-unit guys here as well, or not that many, actually. I misspoke.
Towns, powerful drive near side of the paint, surrounded by Celtics, but banks at home anyway. No, you are right.
Now Gonzalez and Simmons,
yes,
they weren't starters.
Hugo Gonzalez, the rookie from Spain, who really impressed the second game of the year in New York. He was asked how he became so good at defense after the game as Brown takes an off-the-dribble 3, front rimmed it from straight on. Rebound, Gonzalez, who slipped around Clarkson and banked it in with the offensive rebound. But Gonzalez answered after that game today is not the day to say I'm a good defender because Jalen Brunson just dropped 31 points.
Well, welcome to the NBA, young man. I love that answer because it was very candid and aware.
Towns for three. That's good from straight on. Pick and pop with Deuce McBride. He gets his first three-pointer, and the Knicks are up by 14.
But the nature of the NBA is sometimes you can be a great defender, and a guy can have 30 still. Hopefully you made it as difficult a 30 as possible, but very rarely do you completely stop the great scorers that make up this league.
Simon's left point. Now top of the arc, dribble to the right wing. At the elbow, steps back for a long straight on two. Analytics hates it. Simons loves it. He knocks down a 20-footer. And it's a 12-point Knick lead. 10:35 to go in the second. McBride topside finds Towns near side mid-post. He'll drive, shoot, score. Right-hand hook after a strong drive against Queta. Karl Anthony Towns has 12 points. Knicks by 14.
This is a terrific game for Towns so far, and there has not been a single player that has matched up well enough for the Celtics against him.
Leads the game with 12 points. Pritchard far side angle now. Baseline drive on Hart after a strong crossover. Got right to the cup with no help defense for an easy layup. It's back to a 12-point game. That was one of those plays where Josh Hart was left looking around asking for interior help. And McBride got stripped by Pritchard, reached in for the loose ball, and then undercut Pritchard, so a loose ball foul called on Deuce McBride as the Knicks turn it over for just the second time.
One of the things that has really sort of marked this run for Deuce McBride is how well he has taken care of the basketball for the most part. Now, not that he's been without a turnover here or there, but for the most part, he's taking good care of the ball.
Celtics are the best team in the league at taking care of the ball. Under 12 giveaways a game, and they let Brown loose from the far side mid-range. He steps around Hart with a right-hand highlight jam. And a timeout from Mike Brown as the Celtics have cut it to a 10-point deficit. Knicks 39, Celtics 29.
So I fully expect the Celtics to make a run. Now the commentary is maybe that both of those baskets were dribble penetration going right with no one in help position, and so the Knicks do need to remain vigilant and connected defensively, but I do expect a push from this Celtics squad for sure here at home.
There's one guy to try to keep out of the paint, especially on a night when he's 0 for 3 from deep. It's Jalen Brown. He's got 6 points now, and the Knicks have seen a 14-point lead cut to 10, 39-29 with 9:47 to go in the opening half. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Ready to let the good times cruise? Then you need a Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, a proud partner of the New York Knicks. Made with real iced tea, real vodka, and no bubbles. It's one wildly refreshing drink. Sun Cruiser goes great with the sun, the sand, the snow, and anywhere else your adventures take you. Stop by Blue Haven in Manhattan for 8 Sun Cruisers for the price of 7. Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. All nutritionals based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
39-29, the Knicks have a 10-point lead early second quarter. 9:47 to go before halftime here in Boston. Karl Anthony Towns has all 7 Knick points here in the second quarter. He's 3 for 3, and he's doing it on the interior, Monica, although he did knock down his first triple a few moments ago.
Excuse me, you are not boring at all, partner. But this late start, a yawn just caught me off guard as I was trying to answer you. I apologize. All right, here we go. The Knicks with 12 points in the paint. And yes, listen, Karl-Anthony Towns had points this season. In fact, some of the favorite Karl-Anthony Towns basketball that we've seen this year, I was like, ooh, reminiscent of the big fella, Patrick Ewing, going in the paint, willingness to play through contact. I don't think that he's hit this slump. Obviously, it's centered around his three-point shot. But I don't think that these struggles are around a lack of effort from Karl-Anthony Towns. I think the way the game has flown has not necessarily been in his favor. And I continue to say, to his credit, he has not forced it. But tonight, it is his turn. The green light.
Knicks ball from left to right, up 10, early second quarter. Towns down the middle of the lane. Wild righty bank shot would not go. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of Boston. Knicks have Kolek, Clarkson, Hart, McBride, and Towns. So essentially Hart, who does often play a power forward type game, he is the second tallest player on the court after the 7-footer Towns. Hart's got it in the near corner, looking for a pass. He'll outlet it to Towns at the wing. A handoff to Tyler Kolek. No fake handoff and a drive into the paint. Met by Gonzalez at the right side block, and he's tripped him. Towns wanted a foul. It's Brown coast to coast down the middle of the paint, shrugs off Kolek and banks it in. It's an 8-point game.
It's good effort by Kolek, though, to get back and contest that shot. Jaylen Brown is just a great basketball player. Ooh, look at the
Kolek
inside.
left point, whistle and a foul, or a 3-second violation?
No, it should be a foul against Hugo Gonzalez, trying to clear Karl-Anthony Towns out of the paint. You can't just check him out of the paint. Now, this is getting a little ridiculous. I think the coaching staff has got to be also having conversations with the officiating crew. I understand you got to be physical because Karl-Anthony Towns is a big guy, but just to come in and push him out the way, like, is that physical?
They did call the foul on Gonzalez. He was defending Towns now, near side mid-range, double team from Keita, picked up his dribble, hook pass is too low for Hart, out of bounds. He was open underneath the basket, but Towns' pass was off target.
He had the right idea, though, so this is a new strategy. To this point in the game, we had not seen the Celtics send a double.
Send a late double there, just as Towns had begun his dribble. You're right, interesting tweak. Off the dribble three, Brown nailed it from straight on. And the crowd's getting into it for the first time tonight in Boston. 11 points for Jaylen Brown. It's now a 5-point game. And now whistling a foul again on Gonzalez. Second foul on Boston in this quarter, both on Gonzalez in the last two possessions. 8:40 left in the second quarter. Knicks 39, Celtics 34.
This is about what I expected in this ballgame, though. I didn't think it was going to be a gimme for either team. Now,
the line was Knicks by 1.5. Expected to be a very tight game. Kolek left point off the dribble three. Short rebound. Keita stepped in front of Towns. Outlet to Simons, gliding ahead from right to left. Entry pass, Brown under the hoop, pump fake, and then a bank shot. That one good. And a whistle and a foul on Josh Hart. Going to be an and one for Jaylen Brown. He can make it a 2-point game with a free throw.
Compared to what Karl-Anthony Towns is missing. Now, to be fair, both of the fouls the last two times down were called. But compared to what Karl-Anthony Towns is dealing with, that is a very, very light call. But this is a great opportunity for the Knicks to respond. They are on the road against another talented opponent. Lots of emotions. This place is charged. How will this second unit in particular respond, and of course the team overall?
It's a 12-0 Celtic run, powered mostly by Jaylen Brown. He's made it a 2-point game after the Knicks had led by 14 earlier in the second quarter. Towns has it, far side elbow. Faces up on Gonzalez with 10 to shoot. Dribbles with the right hand to the free throw line. Spins left, kick out far corner. Clarkson back to the elbow. Finds Hart up top. Pump fake and a drive into the corner now. It is Kolek. He fakes, drives, banks home a baseline leaner at the end of the shot clock. 4-point Knick lead.
Great use of the glass by Tyler Kolek. Tremendous poise.
Now Brown, top of the key. Ball fake and a dribble drive. Kick to the near corner. Gonzalez for three. Rainbowed it short. Rebound to Hart. He's playing with 2 fouls now. Has 3 rebounds tonight. Towns catch and drive from the top of the key to the middle of the paint. Lost it, got it back, and then banked it in. Keita went crashing into him, but no foul call. Back-to-back buckets for New York. Kolek and then Towns. It's Knicks by 6.
This is pretty laughable, this contact.
Towns does not get what you would say a consistent whistle, as a step-back jumper from Jaylen Brown is off the mark from the foul line over Hart. Rebound McBride, outlet to Hart. Far side angle, dribbling with the right hand. Now finds Towns, top of the key. Marked by the smaller Gonzalez, takes him off the dribble, left side of the lane. Now backing him down, feeds a pass low for Hart, who picked it up off the ground in front of the Knick bench. Creates some space at the angle, posting up Towns now. Far side block, double team by Brown and Gonzalez. Tried to rip through, got clocked, no call. Ball came free, and Brown picked it up. Celtic ball across midcourt. Brown tried to cross over Towns, and then glanced past his leg, and the ball came free, and they call a foul on Towns, who was obviously frustrated. Brown had him beat off the dribble, so it's probably a good call, but of course Towns wanted contact on the other end. It is Knicks 43, Celtics 37 with 6:49 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, the call against Karl Anthony Towns, you can't do that, right? Like, you just can't. But there's a whole lot of, I don't know, the action at the Knicks basket right now is sort of facing away from us when the players are looking to shoot on goal. So we can't quite see as well, but it does seem to be a whole lot of knocking guys, and Karl Anthony Towns off his spot involved.
If the NBA is listening, we're not complaining about the broadcast location.
We're just explaining.
Minot in the corner, connects on a three from the near side. Josh Minot with his first triple. It's a three-point game. Now Brunson up top, just checked into the game. He's out there with Hart, Kolek, Clarkson, and Robinson, who just came in for Towns. Hart directing traffic, has the ball out high. Bounce pass to Kolek on the near side angle. Screen on the left from Robinson. Darts down the lane, kicks far corner. Three from Hart. Off the front rim and in. Friendly roll for Josh Hart. He's 4 for 4 from long range. The Knicks lead by 6.
And Josh Hart is tied, leading all scorers, tied with Jaylen Brown with 14.
Towns has 14 as well. Whistle and a foul on Tyler Kolek before the shot, about 30 feet from the basket. Knicks no longer have a foul to give, though, with 5:58 to go before halftime.
So, as we got prepared for the second half, you asked the question, who should feel what? The Knicks, I think, should feel all right. Jalen Brunson hasn't gotten going yet. They've got 2 of their starters into double figures. They're getting to the free throw line. They should feel all right.
Up 11 after the first quarter. The Celtics have shaved 5 points off that. Peyton Pritchard back into the game, near side perimeter, up top for White. Pump fake to 3 from the top of the arc. Now he launches, and it drops in. So both teams are even now on kind rolls. That one softly rolled off the rim and then popped right back down. 3-point game. Kolek, far side baseline drive, caught in the air, kick out near corner 3. Clarkson, front rim no. Minot the board, outlet to Pritchard. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Knicks by 3. White tried to drive to the far baseline past Bridges, lost the handle, got it back, connects with Pritchard at the right elbow now, turns and resets with White near midcourt, who passes to his left for Brown. He'll drive down the far side of the paint, got fouled, pull-up jumper from the elbow is off front iron, but 2 free throws coming for Jaylen Brown as Jordan Clarkson gets it with his first foul.
So until that foul, I actually thought that was a really good defensive possession by the Knicks. They were doing a good job of communicating. Mikal Bridges was using his length to get in quality help positioning. I think when Brown comes off the score, it wasn't even really a screen. It was sort of like a handoff situation at the top of the key. Bridges and Clarkson hesitated for just a beat in terms of their communication on that one.
At the basket to our left, Jaylen Brown sinks the first free throw. It's a 2-point game, 5:10 to go in the second quarter. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
With Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Brown at the free throw line. He's got Pritchard, White, Minot, and Gonzalez out there with him. So I guess it's Josh Minot at 6'8" playing center. Second foul shot is good, so it's a 1-point game. Knicks will bring it up with Brunson, Clarkson, Bridges, Yabusele, and Robinson. Brunson breaking down Minot, down the lane, pull-up jumper, very short, long rebound, tipped out to the near sideline, saved by Gonzalez, and the Celtics have a chance to take their first lead of the night. Down by 1, 5 minutes to go, and Brown will get them the lead. Crossed over Brunson and then rises for a 2-hand jam. Celtics by 1, timeout New York.
Well, that was definitely a message basket on the part of Jaylen Brown, who I will tip my cap to. He certainly has settled down now with 4 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the second quarter, because to start this basketball game, you could tell that his emotions had gotten the best of him. No more is that the case.
In the second quarter alone, he's got 14 points after just 4 in the first 12 minutes. We got a ball game here after a 17-4 start for New York. They're now down 47-46. 4:46 remains in the second quarter. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Wild Turkey Bourbon master distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/26.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter.
The Celtics have taken a 47-46 lead with 4:46 to go in the second quarter. Jaylen Brown has 14 points in the second quarter. The Knicks have 14 points in the second quarter. We're told that there will be a Red Panda performance at halftime, and I don't think I've ever seen our engineer Doug Lane more excited.
Except when I told a joke earlier in the game. He laughed at me.
He was kind of
actually, I
giddy
wasn't telling
then.
the joke. I just forgot whatever. I don't know what I did. It wasn't a joke. Something.
You were trying to identify what British people are called.
Oh, there you go.
And it took you a comedically long time. 1 point lead for the Celtics. The Knicks had led by as many as 14 earlier in this quarter. Go figure, big lead swings at TD Garden when the Knicks and Celtics get together.
Surprise, surprise.
The Knicks come out of the timeout with Brunson, Kolek, Bridges, Yabusele, and Robinson. Josh Hart getting a breather after 11 first quarter points, just 3 in the second so far. Knicks from left to right, Kolek to the right elbow, near corner, Brunson pump fake to 3, good closeout from White. Resets with a pass from Kolek, now on that near side corner again, he'll drive, baseline, blocked from behind by White, rebound tipped out of bounds off of, well, doesn't matter, a shot clock violation on the Knicks. Now, Jalen Brunson saying the ball hit the rim, but that's elementary at this point. Celtics about to inbound it.
It did hit the rim. They messed that up. But that goes as a team turnover, so the Knicks will be all right. One thing I will say, though, Tyler Kolek's got to shoot the ball with confidence. I'm not mad at going back to Jalen Brunson on the right wing. However, Tyler Kolek's got to shoot the ball with confidence.
Pick and pop sets up a Pritchard pass to White on the near side angle. Pump fake to 3, drove the lane, hits a floater in the middle of the paint over Kolek, and the Celtic run continues. 17-4.
A traditional, well, a commonplace strategy. Josh Minot initially starting off on Jalen Brunson as he brought the ball over the half.
And they got the pesky Spanish rookie Hugo Gonzalez on him. Screen from Robinson puts Minot onto Brunson. At the right elbow, steps back for a long 2, and he knocks it down. Jalen Brunson with 9 points. Just 3 of 9 from the field, but he gets the Knicks back within 1.
I see you're 6'8", 212, Josh Minot, and we raise you Jalen Brunson.
Derek White for three. Front rim no from the top of the arc. Rebound tipped out to Tyler Kolek. He'll work his way across midcourt from left to right. Finds Yabusele top of the arc. Will barrel down the lane. Draws a foul and missed a layup. But Gershon Yabusele will get rare free throws. He is 3 out of 6 from the line this year through 19 and a half games.
He's not on the floor long enough to earn a trip to the free throw line, in my opinion.
Well, it's facts. He's not averaging nearly as many minutes as Knicks fans would have expected, but in the absence of OG Anunoby, who's now been out for 8 games with a hamstring strain, Yabusele averaging 12 minutes a night. And still not nearly enough, it would seem, to get him into any kind of rhythm. First free throw is very short.
Got to go ahead and get a little more lift on that one. So a couple things to watch, though, because the Knicks typically, at least in victories, for sure in victories, they're a terrific rebounding squad, but the margin on the glass is not significant in this one. Knicks have 15 total rebounds. Celtics have 14. Celtics with 4 offensive rebounds. Knicks with 6 offensive rebounds. And those old boards have just translated to 7 points.
Now the second free throw dropped in to tie the game at 49, but then the ball was punched out of there by a Knick, obviously, because they called a technical foul on the Knicks. I'm not sure if that was their second delay of game violation or if punching the ball is directly what led to the tee, but Peyton Pritchard will take the free throw by himself at the basket to our left, and he sinks it to give the Celtics a 1-point lead.
I like what's happening here, and I want to explain why. Folks could parse out this schedule. Perhaps people might say that the Bucks victory is one that's a little bit above reproach, but the Bucks seem to be sort of staggering. See what I did there? I took that from my friends at ESPN earlier today on NBA Today. Anywho,
Buck,
stag,
got it.
Stagger.
I didn't at first, honestly.
Okay, great. I'm glad we talked it through.
Yeah.
Anyway, this, though, is a game against an opponent that's playing well on the road, that's really challenging you. And so this sort of tension, I think, is quite healthy for the Knicks.
I believe they just said it was the second delay of game foul on the Knicks that led to that technical. Mitchell Robinson punched the ball after the free throw, and then Jaylen Brown probes the high end of the paint, gets in the paint, and then hits a right-hand floater over Brunson. 3-point Boston lead. Knicks ball from left to right in their black and orange uniforms against the green and white of Boston. Yabusele for 3. Short from the far side perimeter. Rebound tipped out to the top of the key, but White got there before Brunson, then wins the race down the court with a 2-hand jam to give the Celtics a 5-point lead with 2:45 to go in the second quarter.
The Celtics have doubled up the Knicks in terms of paint scoring tonight, 30-14. Now, part of it is because the Knicks were shooting the ball so well from the three-point line, particularly in that first quarter, but that has slowly dried up here in the second.
Brunson trying to get going. Rip through move on Gonzalez. Stripped, no foul. Gonzalez pass ahead to Pritchard. Trailer Brown back to Pritchard on the move. Right-hand layup. Kolek tried to draw a charge, but no call. Timeout, New York. Big Boston run continues. They lead by 7 after trailing by 14.
This feels like the best thing to happen in this arena all season long. I get it. They should be excited.
2:24 left in the second quarter. It's Celtics 56, Knicks 49. We'll keep it here with still about 2.5 minutes to go before halftime. And tune into the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter and hosted by Pat O'Keefe. It was an 11-point Knick lead after the first quarter, but thanks in part to a hot start from Jaylen Brown and then the rest of the gang joining in, the Celtics have gone on a 24-9 run and then some. In total, it's a 35-17 advantage in the second quarter. Of course, that flips the script from what we saw in New York between these two teams on October 24th, when the Knicks won the second quarter 42-14.
Almost completely forgot about that game, except for the Hugo Gonzalez post-game.
Now, the Knicks are shooting it okay in the second quarter. They're 7-14 from the field, but they've turned it over 4 times. While the Celtics continue to take great care of the basketball, no turnovers since the end of the first quarter. And as we mentioned earlier, they are number 1 in the league, under 12 turnovers a night. Only team that can say that across the NBA.
Well, I'd also look to their bench points, right? Their benches. And it's funny that we will go to points because that's easily measurable. It's the scoring numbers, 14-4 bench scoring in favor of the Celtics. But I would say the energy of their bench, right? Like sticking with the defensive assignments, the game plans, getting to the glass, eliminating second chance opportunities for the Knicks, competing defensively. Knicks got to pick it up a little bit.
They will inbound with Jalen Brunson, Deuce McBride, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, and Gershon Yabusele at the 5. From left to right they go. 2:15 remaining in the first half. Yabusele dribbles around the perimeter from low to high. Now Bridges on the other end. Drive and kick near corner. Hart got away with the travel, but then he's tipped on the near baseline anyway, or the sideline. And the Knicks have turned it over for the 5th time in the quarter. Celtics on a 16-3 run. Derek White inbounds to Pritchard. And they've got Gonzalez, Minot, and Brown on the floor. Hyper small lineups from both sides. 6'8", both centers. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Celtics ball from right to left in green and white. They lead by 7. Brown from the foul line dishes to his left. A 3 from Pritchard way off from the wing. Rebound tipped by Bridges, but Minot was there. Inside to White. Good closeout from Yabusele, but then he faked a dribble out to the top of the key, turned back to the baseline, but then missed a layup. Tried to pass it underneath the hoop, but it went off the bottom of the rim. On the other end, Hart speeds ahead, finds Bridges, corner 3. Got it from the near side. Big bucket from Mikal Bridges, who's been quiet tonight. And the Knicks are back within 4.
That's Josh Hart's second assist as well. That was a great pass in transition.
5 points for Bridges, only taken 3 shots. That was his first 3-point try. Shooting over 50% on corner 3s now this year. 1:10 to go before halftime. Brown has Brunson on him, takes him to the elbow, step back jumper, perfect from the near elbow. 6-point Boston lead. Final 60 seconds, first half. Brunson to screen up top from Yabusele, into the near corner again. Bridges for 3, in and out.
Oh, heartbreak.
All the way around, and then it popped loose. 48 seconds to go in the second quarter. Boston 58, Knicks 52. Brown thought about a walk-up 3 on the high side wing, but then Hart closed him out.
Brown is shooting 35% from the three-point line this year.
Spins to the top of the key, finds Pritchard on the near side wing. Good closeout for McBride. Step back 3, back rim no. Yabusele couldn't get the rebound. Tipped by Minot, but Hart was there. Knicks can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Far corner Brunson, pump fake to 3. And as he drove down the lane, Gonzalez reached in and then cops to the foul. The Celtics still had 1 to give. 22.4 left in a quarter. Right now 18 showing on the shot clock, so the Knicks cannot go 2 for 1, and Jordan Walsh is going to check into the game. Celtics by 6 after trailing by 14. And they weren't going to shoot over 8 from 3 all night. They haven't been much better. Well, 4 of 9 since then as Jalen Brown checks out for Walsh and gets an ovation. Inbound to Yabusele, 20 to play, 15 to shoot. Hands to Brunson up top, defended by the longer Walsh. Far corner of Hart, he's 4 for 4 from 3. Now Brunson back at the TD Garden logo. High side wing into the corner, Hart far side corner 3 short. Rebound Walsh with 7 seconds to go. Derek White a little slowly up court. Now he picks up his pace with 3 across midcourt. Stripped by Brunson, comes to Bridges. Half court heave is online, but too strong off glass. And the Celtics have a 58-52 lead at halftime. At one point, a 16-3 Boston run flipped a 14-point deficit and gave them a 6-point lead. And as we expect, a back and forth, real tight battle through 2 quarters in Boston.
18 second quarter points for Jalen Brown. Derek White also joining the action. He chipped in with 7 after only having 2 in the first quarter. The Celtics came to play, and they are playing and competing with pride. Obviously, the series between these 2 teams are on their mind. Now, on the other side for the Knicks, it has not been a bad first half. Basketball is a game of runs. I think they've got to have a little bit more fortitude in that second unit in terms of their defensive constitution. And an area that they have not been able to really excel in that we're accustomed to seeing is those offensive boards. They've only got 7 points off of 6 offensive rebounds.
Pat O'Keefe will anchor our halftime coverage. Is powered by ZipRecruiter. Celtics 58, Knicks 52. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a ThriveWell location near you. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com, and your first delivery is free. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup, the largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach for the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
New York City basketball fans, tonight's message is powered by Local 3 IBEW and NECA New York. In this city, they run the three-man weave. Local 3, NECA New York, and 125 years of union electricians delivering safe, skilled power. From hospitals and schools to transit, Madison Square Garden, and that skyline, they keep the lights on. They're training the next generation so the city never slows down. Local 3 IBEW and NECA New York, powering New York City. Always on, always leading the way.
This is the ZipRecruiter New York Knicks halftime show. Now, here's Pat O'Keefe.
Well, as many expected, the Knicks are in for a fight at TD Garden tonight in Boston against the Celtics, and that's exactly what they've got. They trail 58-52 at the break as we welcome you to the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter. Didn't look like it was going to be that way early on. The Knicks were red hot coming out of the chute as they led 17-4. Second straight game, Deuce McBride had the three-point shot going very early in the game. The Knicks, as a team, in the first quarter, shot 6 for 13 from downtown, while Boston missed its first 8. So the Knicks, 3.5 minutes into the game, led by 13. They were up 32-21 after the first quarter, and their largest lead of the game came early in the second when they took a 14-point advantage. But after it was 39-25 with 10.5 to go in the second, over the next 6 minutes, the Knicks were outscored 31-10 as the Celtics turned a 14-point deficit into a 7-point lead, and they are up by 6 at the half. Knicks fans, the action doesn't stop when the buzzer sounds. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Subscribe now and stay locked in. ESPN New York on YouTube. So 58-52 is the halftime score. Jaylen Brown, a game-high 22 points. 4 of them came in the first quarter, 18 in the second. It's time now for the top shelf performance of the game, brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon.
Hart directing traffic, has the ball out high. Bounce pass to Kolek on the near side angle. Screen on the left from Robinson. Darts down the lane. Kicks far corner. 3 from Hart. Off the front rim and in. Friendly roll for Josh Hart. He's 4 for 4 from long range. The Knicks lead by 6.
At that point, Josh Hart was 13 for his last 24. That is 54% on three-point attempts since coming back into the starting lineup. He was 3 for 3 from downtown in the first quarter. Hart, along with Karl Anthony Towns, leading the way with 14 points apiece, and that was the top shelf performance of the game, brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer and never watered down. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Campari America, New York, New York, never compromise. Drink responsibly. So the Knicks trail the Celtics 58-52 on the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter. Karl Anthony Towns was having a semi-dominant first half offensively. And then in that second quarter, the Celtics really picked up the physicality. There was a lot of physical play that was let go by the officiating crew, and it seemed to affect the Knicks, Towns in particular, and that's right around the time that Boston was able to flip this game. Towns went to the bench with 2 personal fouls. In his 12 minutes of action, he has 14 points and just 2 rebounds, and he is 1 for 3 from downtown. Knicks fans, get the latest Statement Edition jersey to rep your favorite team. Head to Knicks.com/shop to purchase. So the Knicks are looking for their 5th consecutive win, and they're looking for their 2nd win this season against the Boston Celtics. They beat them 105-95 in game number 2 way back on October 24th at Madison Square Garden. Just to show the difference between that night and tonight, second quarter was the key quarter in that game, where the Knicks outscored the Celtics 42-14 en route to their 10-point victory. Tonight, it was a 37-20 second quarter advantage for the Boston Celtics. Mentioned earlier, Deuce McBride came out and hit his first 2 3-point attempts. Those are his only 2 attempts in the game so far, but McBride is 16 for his last 22. That is 73% from beyond the 3-point line. He's doing even more than that. In his last 4 games coming into tonight, all of them starts, McBride has averaged 15.3 points, 3 rebounds, and he has hit 3.8 3-pointers per game. Mike Brown spoke after his latest performance Sunday night against Toronto on what he has liked from Deuce and what he has brought to the table over the last few games.
He just brings a level of physicality to the table that is really irreplaceable when it comes to guarding the ball, especially when it comes to guys that receive a lot of pick and rolls. You know, his ability to get up into the ball and pressure the basketball and get over screens and pick and roll situations while getting back in front of the ball is second to none. I'm not comparing the 2 players, but he reminds me of Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell's one of the best, if not the best, guard that I've seen doing that, and Deuce has similar abilities when it comes to guarding the basketball, especially in the pick and roll, like I said. And then the guy can shoot. I mean, he's been doing that his whole career here. And our guys did a great job of finding him. We did a great job spacing the floor. And he had a lot of wide open catch and shoot shots to start the game, and he just did what he's more than capable of doing. But he was big for us throughout the course of the game.
McBride 6 points in the first half. Jalen Brunson 9 points on 3 of 9 shooting. The Knicks as a team 43% from downtown. In the second quarter, they were 3 for 8 from distance. Knicks fans, join us at the Garden on Friday, December 5th, when the Knicks take on the Jazz. Head to Knicks.com to get tickets. It's a 1-game trip to Boston tonight, front end of a back-to-back tomorrow. The Knicks will be back home to take on the Hornets. That'll be the start of a 3-game homestand. Charlotte tomorrow, Utah on Friday, and then the Orlando Magic in a matinee on Sunday, and the Magic have beaten the Knicks in both of their meetings so far this season. Knicks offense coming into this game during this 4-game winning streak, averaging 119 points per game on the season. The Knicks with an offensive rating of 120.5. That is the 3rd best offensive rating in the NBA. Deuce McBride's 3-point shooting, a big part of that. How has he stayed so hot from downtown?
Man, preparation, trusting in God, trusting in my preparation to get to this point, just shooting with confidence. My teammates are finding me, so it's real easy.
Knicks trail 58-52 at the half right now, though. They could really use another one of those 40-point quarters. They had one in the second quarter against the Celtics back on October 24th. They had one on Sunday against the Toronto Raptors as they outscored Toronto 41-22 in the first quarter. It was the Knicks' ninth quarter this season in which they have scored at least 40 points, and that is the most in the NBA. Mikal Bridges was asked about that after Sunday's game. If leading the league in 40-point quarters shows that this offensive scheme is starting to click.
Yeah, it just takes time, you know what I'm saying? We still got a lot more to grow, but I think just, we got a lot of players that are ready to step up and, and go out there and hoop, so they're just holding it down, till the other guys get back.
And how about Karl Anthony Towns, who has 14 points so far tonight? Does he think the offense at times is starting to resemble what it showed last season?
It's different, and we still feel we're rough our offensive system and trying to figure it all out. So we're going to continue to get better every day. We're going to try to continue to get more and more comfortable with this, and as long as we can continue to learn while winning games, that's the most important thing.
The Knicks have their 4-game winning streak on the line, but they will have to come from behind to extend it in Boston this evening. That was the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter. When you're hiring, never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter. Try ZipRecruiter free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Halftime score, Celtics 58, Knicks 52. Second half coming up with Tyler and Monica. I'll be back with you on the postgame show. Enjoy the rest of this one, everyone. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the ZipRecruiter New York Knicks halftime show. The second half is coming right up.
For 125 years, Local 3 IBEW, alongside their NICA New York partners, have powered our city, skyline, schools, hospitals, and arenas. Local 3 and NICA New York members have kept our city shining, safely, skillfully, and proudly for over 125 years. Local 3 and NICA New York, always leading the way.
Hoops fans, let's clear the glass. Citywide window cleaning. Third generation, 50-plus years serving Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Hoboken, and Jersey City. Commercial or residential, we go full court with private home cleanings, empty apartment turnarounds, and monthly amenity spaces. Property managers, resident managers, private tenants, book annual or bi-yearly cleanings. We treat your windows like our own. No job too big or small. Get a quote at cwwindow.com. Citywide, see the city like it's courtside.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Hope you enjoyed the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter and hosted by Pat O'Keefe. Just a matter of seconds until we begin the second half between the Knicks and the Celtics. Back and forth we went in the first two quarters. Knicks led by as many as 14, trailed by as many as 7, and right now they're down by 6. Big question, Monica McNutt. What happened in the second quarter, and what can the Knicks do to right the ship as we look ahead to the third?
I actually don't feel like there was an alarming Knicks issue. Yes, the offense slowed down, and the Celtics found some momentum. I think moving forward, though, you want to make Jaylen Brown a little bit more uncomfortable, force some of these other Celtics players to get involved, and I'd like to see the Knicks get back to the offensive glass so that they can get some of those easy baskets that bode well for them. But all in all, Tyler, I think this is a good basketball game between two teams with a lot of history that are down to compete, and I love it.
You're right about Jaylen Brown. 18 points on 7 of 9 shooting in the second quarter alone. Celtics shot 71% in that second frame, so far too comfortable. to use your phrasing, as the Knicks will now go from right to left, still in their black and orange uniforms, honoring the orange and blue beams of Madison Square Garden on the side of the unis. It is Brunson, McBride, Hart, Bridges, and Towns against Pritchard, White, Walsh, Brown, and Cada. Brunson over to Towns on the near side wing, dribbles, drives, kicks, corner three, in and out from Bridges on the near side, and a rebound from Cada. Bridges hit his first three-pointer, but he's missed his last two. Celtic ball in green from left to right, and a whistle and a foul on Josh Hart as Brown tried the rip-through move along the near side of the paint. Reaching actually by Mikal Bridges, who picks up his second, which is helpful because that would have been 3 on Josh Hart.
So I will say, though, the Celtics have doubled up, better than doubled up. It's 32-14 points in the paint, right? And we had talked about the disparity in the free throws attempted. Still that the Knicks have doubled up there 10-5. But I think the Knicks have to continue to force the issue. If the Celtics are going to be in a position to score in the paint, draw fouls as we see here to start the third quarter, the Knicks need to sort of match that energy, right? Not settle for jumpers, not settle for spraying and kicking if they are in a position to score in the paint.
It was a shooting foul, they'll say. So Brown is at the line. He's already made the first of 2, and he gets both. So Jaylen Brown with a game-high 24 points. No Nick has more than 14. That's Hart and Towns. Brunson stuck on 9. He's 3 out of 9. Knicks down 8. Brunson penetrates. Near side elbow kick up top for Bridges. Dribbles along the perimeter and hands to Hart in front of the Celtic bench. And now Brunson up top. Back to Hart. Pump fake to 3 from the far wing. Gets into the lane. Drive and kick to Brunson. Near wing 3. Short. Rebound tipped by Brown. Collected by Pritchard. Now Derek White from left to right. On the high side wing. Zips a pass to the top of the key for Brown. He thought about a 3. Now he thinks out loud and buries it over Towns. And the Celtics have their largest lead, 63-52.
So that's not my definition of more uncomfortable, just to be clear.
Got 27 points in 21 minutes, Jaylen Brown. Hart gets wide open for a 3 right wing. Off the mark. And a whistle and a foul as Towns got the offensive rebound, but he was grabbed by Jaylen Brown.
I like the focus there, though, of Karl Anthony Towns to go after that. As Jaylen Brown picks up his 3rd foul.
First player with 3 personals. That might help. Inbound to Bridges. He'll take a 3 and buries it from straight on. Mikal Bridges shows 3 fingers on his way back down court. It's back to an 8-point game. Knicks needed that one. Bridges has 8. Now Brown, top of the key. He would normally be defended in moments like this by OG Anunoby, but Hart gets the assignment for now. Brown down the lane, far side, misses a leaner. Rebound tipped by Towns, collected by McBride. He'll speed ahead from right to left. Now it's Hart in the paint, met by Walsh. Bank shot is good. He had 3 Celtics around him, but Hart scores anyway. He's got a team-high 16, and it's back to a 6-point game. White gets across the timeline. Hounded by Bridges. Screen up top from Cada. Far elbow. Marked now by McBride. Picked up his dribble on the wing. Entry pass to Cada. Trying to get rid of it. He's at the elbow. Hands to Pritchard. Straight on. Crossover. Top of the key. Now to the foul line. Finds the corner shooter White. And he ripped out a 3 from in front of the Knicks bench.
That's good connectivity on the part of the Knicks in terms of defense.
Brunson hands off to Hart in the corner. Up top for Towns. His 3. Back rim. No. Long rebound. Pritchard got it away from McBride. Peyton Pritchard scampers ahead. 3 from the left wing is good. Big swing there. Towns couldn't connect, but Pritchard did. It's a 9-point Boston lead.
The Knicks got to keep coming. You got to keep coming. I like this mismatch of Karl Anthony Towns being guarded by Derek White.
Powers into the lane, but he traveled. White pulled the chair out, and apparently Towns took another step. He missed the layup anyway. But the Celtics take over after the 8th Knick turnover. It's 66-57 Boston. 9:22 left in the third. Brown is the only Celtic scorer in double figures, but he's got 27. Pritchard just across midcourt, pressured by Brunson. Left-hand dribble to the far wing, now at the foul line, pushes off Brunson, no call. Pull-up jumper is good from 8 feet. And Boston's back up double digits, 68-57.
There's no doubt in my mind that this game is physical, but I do want the Knicks to stay focused.
There's a player with some blood on there.
Yeah. Infection control.
Uh-oh.
Infection control. Do you know that my dream is to be like in animated television? So I'm going to make up some
Yes,
voices.
we've been working together for almost a year and a half now.
Oh, that's right.
I do know that your dream is to be a, Disney cartoon character?
Some sort of, it doesn't have to be Disney, it could be Pixar.
Maybe the trilogy completing Goofy Movie 3?
Oh, man. I think we got to leave that one alone, though. I think we don't need to keep rebooting things from our childhood. But would I join in Zootopia? Yeah.
You think a Goofy movie is too sacred to remake?
I do, 100%. We need to stop.
3 minutes into the third quarter, play has stopped for the blood rule. I didn't quite see who needed to be wiped up. I think it's Josh Hart now looking down.
Somebody's elbow, yeah.
68-57, Celtics in front. Feels like ever since they took momentum from the Knicks, who started this game on a 17-4 run, the Knicks have not been able to get it back. Maybe Brunson can find a rhythm here, but he's 1 of 5 from 3 and 3 of 10 overall. Karl Anthony Towns has been great inside the paint, where he is 5 out of 7, but he is 1 of 4 from downtown.
I think that the Knicks are going to have to just settle down. Similar to what we said about Jaylen Brown to start the ball game, right? The Knicks got to settle down and be okay in the adversity, in the tightness, in the competitiveness of this basketball game, which I think they are.
Inbound comes to Hart, who has his shoulder cleaned up, or elbow cleaned up, and then Jordan Walsh runs into his hip at the top of the arc, so they'll call Walsh for his second foul. It is an 11-point Celtic lead. A lot of basketball left, but the Knicks need to turn the tide here soon. From the far sideline, Brunson will inbound. Walsh in his face. Brunson will get it to Towns on the high side wing. Backing down Derek White. He'll dribble handoff to Brunson. Still at the far arc. Now attack the foul line. Pull up floater. Misses short. Offensive rebound Towns. And he's blocked by Walsh on the putback.
I actually thought Brunson got hit on the wrist on the floater.
Towns hustles back in transition defense, so no 5-on-4 for the Celtics. Brown out to Pritchard up top, pump fake and a dribble drive, spin to the foul line, out of the near side mid-post, pull-up jumper, in and out, rebound Towns. Long outlet to midcourt for a streaking Bridges, Euro step in the lane, and his finger roll is good over White. It's a 9-point game.
Great touch by Bridges there as well to finish in a crowd of Celtics jerseys.
He's got 10 for the 19th time in 20 games. This is the 500th regular season game between the Knicks and Celtics. Most frequent matchup in NBA history. The Celtics have won a few more than the Knicks. White off the dribble three from straight on. Nailed it. The question is, will they add the foul? No, offensive foul. Hang on. Brunson got run over by Peyton Pritchard, top of the key. John Connolly blew the whistle and didn't signal what the foul was. He signaled my fault. I didn't say. It's an offensive foul on Pritchard, but now all three officials are talking about it. And they're going to review it. John Conley, the third member of our officiating crew. And they're going to check the timing of the foul with 8:03 to go in this third quarter. Interesting here. It is a 68-59 Celtic lead. It looked like that three-pointer was going to put Boston up by 12 and maybe a free throw to come. If you get a shot made and a foul happening away from the ball while the shot is being taken, that can be an and one. But after all that, they wound up ruling an offensive foul on Pritchard. It was a very quick look at the video table, and either they're going to have to go in for further research or they already know what they're going to do. Here's Sean Wright.
The rule on the floor stands. The foul happens prior to the shot attempt. It is an offensive foul. 8:04 in the game clock.
Okay, so Brunson draws the charge on Pritchard.
That's a break for the Knicks.
They'll get the ball back with 8:04 remaining in the third quarter. Their offense has gone silent, though, after a second quarter in which the Celtics shot 71% from the field. With Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Brunson will inbound with Hart, McBride, Bridges, and Towns on the floor. This is the third game in 4 nights for the Celtics. Had a road back-to-back, Minnesota Saturday, Cleveland Sunday, as Brunson gets the step on Walsh, a little half spin to the near side mid-post, and then they kept going to the rim with the left-hand scoop. It's a 7-point game.
Jalen Brunson's footwork continues to impress. It's tough to guard, especially one-on-one.
Queta at the foul line, spins on Towns, pump fake in the middle of the paint, nowhere to go. Resets at midcourt with White, who's defended by McBride. Pick and roll with Queta. White off the dribble three. Missed it, but a tip slam from Keita as he beat Towns to the rim.
Keita spent some time with Mike Brown in Sacramento, and today when he was asked about him pregame, he was like, I mean, he's a 7-footer with great hands and great feet. It was a tough loss. He admired what Keita brought to the table. That was a great instance of it.
Celtics by 9. Brunson's got Keita on him, shows him the ball, takes his three, misses from the near side wing. Offensive rebound tipped by Bridges up top to McBride. Comes back to Bridges' high side wing. Ball fake, and now a drive around White. Acrobatic layup with the right hand after a Euro step. And then he pantomimes the Euro step move, showing his hands from left to right on his way back down court. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. It's 70-63 Celtics, but the Knicks are back within 7 after trailing by as many as 11.
You know, we've talked a lot about what's going on in today's contest as Mikal Bridges now has 12 points. He's having a very efficient game quietly. But some of the role players off the bench, or even in this case, Deuce McBride, who's in the starting lineup, have had quieter games than what we've seen over the course of this 4-game win streak. So I think the second unit for the Knicks has to get a little bit more involved in today's game.
6:57 remaining in the third quarter. It's a 7-point Celtic lead and a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/26.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Celtics 70, Knicks 63 with 6:57 remaining in the third quarter. It's a 12-11 advantage for the Celtics since the start of the second half, which is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. The original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. With Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Jaylen Brown early in the second quarter started taking over this game. He's got 27 points on 10 of 16 shooting. He does have 3 personal fouls. We'll see if the Knicks can attack him as the Celtics come out of the timeout with Derek White, Anthony Simons, Josh Minott, Jaylen Brown, and Hugo Gonzalez. Their talented Spanish rookie defensive specialist. The Knicks still have their starting 5 on the floor. That's Brunson, Bridges, McBride, Hart, and Towns. Celtic ball from left to right in green against the black and orange of the Knicks. Drive to the lane and a right-hand scoop shot from Jaylen Brown along the near side of the paint makes it a 9-point lead.
Jaylen Brown had a triple-double on Sunday versus Cleveland, so he is playing with confidence. And again, he understands his role and the importance to the squad. He's not going away tonight.
He had 40 points on Saturday in Minnesota. McBride for 3 off a dribble handoff near side perimeter. It's back to a 6-point game.
I actually think that's a great sign because Deuce McBride he had 6 points up until that basket. Now he has 9. he has not had the impression on this basketball game that he has had over the win streak.
Yeah, they want to get him going. He's only taken 3 shots. He's made them all, but Minot's able to answer in front of the Knick bench with a corner 3 far side. 9-point game again, 6 minutes to go in the third.
This guy was stashed away in Minnesota, and now he's got a little bit of free reign.
He and Luka Garza both signing in Boston from Minnesota. Brunson matched up with Minot out high. Between the legs dribble, takes him to the foul line, keeps going to the restricted area, hands to Hart underneath, kick out to McBride, corner 3, very short, good closeout from Simons along the near sideline. Now Brown glides ahead. At the left wing, he'll take Brunson to the elbow, pulls up for 2, front rim, and it drops in.
That left nail, well, either nail really, Jaylen Brown is so potent from those spots.
Celtics by 11, 5:26 to go in the third. Brunson near midcourt, catch and drive on Minot. Near elbow, spins, leans, pump fake at the block, up top to McBride. He'll get to the foul line now, and his rainbow jumper rolls around and out. Rebound fought for and won by White.
These are baskets that, frankly, recently it felt like Deuce McBride could not miss.
Brown for 3, front rim, no from the left wing. Rebound to Hart, long outlet to Brunson at midcourt. Catches on the near perimeter, drive and kick, far corner 3, Bridges wide open. He got it, Mikal Bridges with his second 3-pointer of the third quarter. Brings the Knicks back with an 8.
I tell you what, the Knicks are committed to the concept of getting to the paint and then spraying. Multiple times now we've seen guys at the rim. I'm not saying that they would have had high-quality looks, but they were at the rim, and that ball goes right back out to the three-point line.
15 points now for Mikal Bridges, 3 out of 5 from deep. Derek White, top side. Screen from Gonzalez, get to the far wing, off the dribble 3. That's good, another answer from Boston. It's 80-69 Celtics, 4:25 to go in the third. Remember, they started 0 of 8 from 3. Bridges near wing 3. Got another one. Back-to-back 3-pointers from Mikal Bridges. He's got the new team high with 18, and it's an 8-point game again.
If you break this thing up over the next 4 minutes, Knicks really need to try to come up with 3 stops and match or score on the other end.
White for 3. Short from straight on. Offensive rebound, Minot out to Brown, left arc. Pump fake and a drive to the near baseline on Hart. Tough fadeaway jumper is good. Everything dropping in for Jaylen Brown. He's 13 of 20. First player to 30 points, and he forces a Mike Brown timeout. 82-72 Celtics with 3:50 to go in the third.
Second chance points are even in this ball game, with each team having a dozen. That's a category that you usually find the Knicks are able to create some distance and some breathing room. That has not been the case tonight.
4-game win streak certainly in jeopardy now for the Knicks. Jaylen Brown's 33 points have led the Celtics to a 10-point lead with 3:50 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a ThriveWell location near you. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing New York Presbyterian.
Knicks have hit some adversity here in Boston, down by 10, 3:50 to go in the third quarter. It's Celtics 82, Knicks 72. Jalen Brunson's been held to 11 points on 4 of 13 shooting. It's Mikal Bridges keeping the Knicks in the game. He's got 13 points in this quarter, hasn't missed a shot, and he's produced 10 of the last 15 points for the Knicks, including 4 to allow the 5th fewest points in the paint by opponents in the NBA, and they're having their way on the interior.
They sure are. But I don't even know that, like, it's going to be a matchup of styles. The Celtics do a good job of scoring in the paint. They own that, right? The Knicks shoot the 3-ball better than the Celtics are this season, and they shoot a lot more threes this season. So I'm okay with the paint scoring thing. The rest of it, though, the rebounding of the Knicks, the productivity of the bench of the Knicks, those are some of the things that have been signature to this 4-game win streak that are intermittent at best tonight.
First sub of the third quarter is Clarkson in for Hart. They get it inside to Towns, and with 4 Celtics around him, he scores point blank. It's an 8-point game. Towns has 16 now.
That is a very determined play by Karl Anthony Towns. We hadn't seen that since early in the ballgame in the first quarter.
7 of 13 overall tonight. Simons back rims a far wing 3. Rebound Brunson or into the trees. He'll take it coast to coast. Top of the key. Slows down at the foul line. Picked up his dribble. Out to Clarkson up top. Reset with Brunson near perimeter. Now Towns on the near block.
You want it.
Backing down Brown, who puts hands on him. No call yet. Pump fake. Shot too strong. Towns looked like he missed everything on that shot. Now Minot into the right corner for Brown. Into the baseline. Now left wing Simons. Far corner Gonzalez a 3. No. Another rebound for Brunson. Knicks ball down 8. Long outlet to McBride. Top of the key. In the paint. Hangs in the air to the trailer. Towns powers down the lane for a layup with 2 hands. It's a 6-point game again.
You mentioned another rebound for Brunson. He's got 3, but he's also got 7 assists to go along with the 11 points he has.
Simon scampers into the paint. It's a righty floater arcing over Towns. 8-point game. McBride in a hurry up top for Brunson. Thought about a catch and shoot 3. Starts his dribble. Crossover to the far corner. Hands to Bridges. His catch and shoot 3-pointer is very short. Rebound Minot. Celtic ball from left to right in green. Knicks are in orange and black tonight. Brown to the right elbow. Step back dribble. Pump fake on Bridges, who did bite on it, but Brown did not try to draw the foul. Gets it up top to Simons. 9 to shoot. 2 minutes to play here in the third. And then McBride pushed White away from the ball. It was coming over on a ghost screen. 1:59 to go in the third. And that is the first foul in the last 2 minutes, technically, as Robinson comes in for Towns. Tyler Kolek will also check into the game.
This is just that substitution for Karl Anthony Towns, I believe. I'd have to go back and look at the game logs, but I'm going to go with this one being standard rest, gearing up for a fourth quarter where you got to put yourself in the best position to win. And obviously, when you consider the offense, it's still Karl Anthony Towns despite having a slower second and third quarter.
The Knicks are losing the rebounding battle, so hoping to flip that with Robinson into the game and a Hart coming in for Bridges.
Yeah, they're -4 in that category. This is the first time in a long time I think we've seen that pop up on a box score.
Only team in the NBA, top 5 in the league in offensive and defensive rebounding rate, the Knicks. Kolek, Brunson, Hart, Clarkson, and Robinson. Brown to the left elbow. Celtics ball up 8, lost it, got it back, spins, hits a leaner from inside the foul line. Knicks wanted to travel as he picked up his dribble, then lost the ball, and then got to keep dribbling, but it's not called. Knicks down 10. Brunson slips inside. The layup is blocked by Minot.
That was a hell of a play by Josh Minot.
Brown out high, marked by Robinson. He wants to send Hauser through the paint to create some more space to go one-on-one against Mitchell Robinson. Snap back dribble, top of the key, crossover dribble at the foul line. Jumper is good. Jaylen Brown gives the Celtics a 12-point lead. Final minute, third quarter. Kolek up top for Brunson, marked by Minot. He's 4 of 14 tonight. Screen on the left from Robinson. He'll use it. Marked by Brown now, looking around to the top of the arc. Threw it away, trying to find a Hart in the far corner, picked off by White. At the foul line, trailer 3 straight up, and Hauser rainbows it in. The Celtics can't be stopped right now. 91-76, their largest lead of 15.
Well, the Knicks have been here before in terms of being down to the Celtics, and you knew that they were going to come with a level of energy considering the recent history between these two teams.
Brunson down the lane near side. Up top for Kolek. Extra pass. Far corner. Hart drive and kick. Kolek will take a three from the left wing. Back rimmed it long. Rebound collected by Hart, but then he threw it away to Hauser. Shot clock and game clock essentially identical here. We'll see if the Celtics hold for the final shot. They were down by 14 in the second. Now they're up by 15 in the third. Brown waiting it out at midcourt, defended by Robinson. He just took him off the dribble for a long two on the previous possession, or 2 possessions ago. White gets loose for a far wing three and nailed it. 18-point Celtic lead, 2.2 left in the third.
I'm not quite sure. I have an idea of why Tyler Kolek went to help, but as soon as he left, you got to be there immediately to get to Derek White.
Brunson half-court heave, couldn't bank it in. And after leading by 14 in the second quarter, the Knicks are down by 18 heading to the fourth. 94-76. They'll need yet another big comeback in Boston if they want to win tonight. 12-0 Celtic run to close the quarter. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a ThriveWell location near you. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Hoops fans, let's clear the glass. Citywide window cleaning. 3rd generation, 50-plus years serving Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Hoboken, and Jersey City. Commercial or residential, we go full court with private home cleanings, empty apartment turnarounds, and monthly amenity spaces. Property managers, resident managers, private tenants, book annual or bi-yearly cleanings. We treat your windows like our own. No job too big or small. Get a quote at cwwindow.com. Citywide, see the city like it's courtside.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior like beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Holding. Defense. The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
94-76, the Celtics with a late third quarter burst. They've got the largest lead of the game, 18 points, as we pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
With Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Monica, you had pointed to a deficiency in bench points for the Knicks heading to that third quarter. What are you seeing? How can it change? Is there hope for the Knicks to come back from 18 down?
That's a whole lot of questions. I don't know if I got all the answers for those, Tyler, to be honest with you. Because, look, third quarter, just isolate the third quarter. 8-0 in terms of bench productivity. I think this is giving me flashbacks to early in the season last year versus Atlanta, where you looked at the box score and you go, okay, how big are these guys? Because the Celtics have been able to roll out sides. It's not been a big Peyton Pritchard game. He's probably as one of their shorter players, he probably gives up maybe potential advantage in terms of mismatch there. But they've gone with a big lineup for a large part of this game. They've sat down in a stance, got their hands out, crowded Jalen Brunson, crowded Karl-Anthony Towns, and Josh Hart has gone cold from the three-point line. Mikal Bridges is the only guy that's really keeping the Knicks alive in this thing. Now, having said all that, you got 12 minutes, and the Celtics have given up this type of lead before. But you definitely got to hit some shots, and you're going to have to get some stops.
Knicks begin the fourth quarter with Kolek, Hart, Clarkson, and the double bigs for the first time, Towns and Robinson. But they're on the defensive end. Simons from left to right, hangs in the paint, and then a handoff to Gonzalez leads to a great block from Karl Anthony Towns right at the rim. Kolek slips ahead. Now it's Hart, high side wing, hands off to Clarkson in the corner. On the other end, it's Towns. Drives into the lane, finds a corner shooter, Kolek, but he'll drive into the paint instead. Surrounded by Celtics, flips a pass inside to Towns, and will bank it in through traffic. 16-point game, and a good start with a stop and a score to begin the fourth.
That pass is a demonstration of miracles being real, because I don't know how it ended up in the hands of Karl Anthony Towns.
Water to wine from Tyler Kolek. Peyton Pritchard, top of the key, screen from Cato, get to the near side wing. On the other end now, Gonzalez thought about a three, and he drives into Robinson and slips home a layup with a right hand off glass.
Good effort by Mitchell Robinson to try to time it and get that ball on the back end. Sometimes taller players that have good footwork will give up the steps because they can gather at the rim, but that time Gonzalez got the best of him.
Robinson up top will hand to the left wing for Kolek. Now Towns near corner. He'll catch and shoot a three, and he knocks it down. Bad spacing there for the Knicks. There was two guys within a foot of Towns, but he just launched a three and makes it a 15-point game.
If I'm honest, I was on the brink of being frustrated with Josh Hart because you can't be indecisive, but he went from potentially shooting to getting an assist.
Gonzalez gets a look for three. Front rimmed it from the far side. Perimeter rebound tipped out of bounds off of Boston. Knicks will take over. 96-81 Boston. 10:20 left in the fourth. And the fun thing is, the closer and closer the Knicks get, the more and more nervous these fans will become, because they have very real deja vu creeping in. Clarkson for a three. He banked it in from the top of the key, and a foul is called. Peyton Pritchard trying to fight through a Karl Anthony Towns screen in the act of shooting for Clarkson just a few steps away. That's a chance at a 4-point play. And then Pritchard reached in, and he actually fouled Clarkson. And a bank shot three can make it a 11-point game with a free throw.
Wow. All right, so this is what we said. This thing was nowhere near over. And the Knicks have done a really good job of responding in the first 2 minutes of this fourth quarter. Now, Jaylen Brown is resting, as is Jalen Brunson, to counter that, as is potentially Deuce McBride as well. But the Knicks did what they're supposed to do when the person that's killing you is off the floor.
Clarkson's first 4 points of the night as he converts the free throw. 11-point game, just under 10 minutes to go. Pritchard for three, left point, air ball. Out of bounds along the right baseline. You mentioned the Jalen's. Brown has 37 points. Brunson has 11. They both played around 30 minutes. Kolek running the point right now from right to left. Speeds down the lane, pulls up for two, hits a floater through some contact from 10 feet away, and Joe Mazzulla needs timeout. A dream start to the fourth quarter for the Knicks, an 11-2 run since the end of the third, and they're back within 9 with 9:39 to go.
Well, we talked about the bench coming up empty in that third quarter. So far, guys off the bench, Jordan Clarkson with three in this ball game. Tyler Kolek with an additional basket in this ball game. So finding some energy from some guys that did not start.
He had the assist that started this run for the Knicks through traffic and set up Karl Anthony Towns. And then the floater that forced the timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Celtics by 9 after leading by 18. 9:39 to go in the fourth. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/26.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience. It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Every unforgettable Knicks moment is built on heart, hustle, and history, the same qualities that define London Jewelers. For 100 years, London Jewelers has helped generations celebrate life's biggest wins, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones that shine forever. Because true brilliance isn't just seen, it's felt, shared, and passed on. From fine timepieces to exquisite jewelry, London Jewelers is where moments become memories that last a lifetime. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of excellence. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations.
Highlighted by a Jordan Clarkson 4-point play. The Knicks are off to an 11-2 start in this fourth quarter. They've trimmed an 18-point deficit down to 9 and a whole lot of time left. 9 minutes, 39 seconds remain. And they will keep Tyler Kolek on the floor as the point guard with Josh Hart, Jordan Clarkson, and the double bigs, Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson. Again, we had not seen those two play together either at all or for not very long in the first 3 quarters, if I'm not mistaken. But the group that wound up starting together by the end of last year's playoff run is helping the Knicks come back into this game. It'll be Celtic ball from left to right. Full court pickup from Tyler Kolek on Peyton Pritchard, but he gets the inbound and works his way across midcourt. Pritchard with 10 points coming off a season-high 42 in Cleveland on Sunday. At the near side arc, will get it to Cade at top of the key. Hands to Anthony Simons, dangerous score. Got a pass back from Hauser on the left point. Return feed to Hauser, off the dribble, right wing 3. Nailed it. Big 3 for Sam Hauser to make it a 12-point game.
All right, so the Knicks defense, you got to stay attached. You can't give up open looks, although that one was well contested. You got a team that shoots the ball well, though.
Kolek down the near side of the lane. Kick out to Hart, near corner 3. Back rim, no. Rebound, Pritchard. Hart was 4 for his first 4 from distance. He's missed his last 3. Simons off the dribble, launches from straight on. Missed the 3 wide left. Long rebound saved by Hauser. Chucked into midcourt, tipped by a Hart. Then off the fingertips of Gonzalez all the way to the backcourt where he can save it. Only 8 to shoot. He'll get it to Simons. High side wing, speeds into the lane. Lefty runner, no. Rebound Robinson.
Really good defense by Tyler Kolek on Simons.
He's working his tail off out there, Tyler Kolek. Towns up top, behind the back dribble, but Pritchard read it at the foul line, stepped in to steal it. Simons on the break, steps around Kolek, got fouled and scored. Well, Towns was open for a bucket on one end, but it leads to 3 for Boston on the other end. It's a 14-point Boston lead with a free throw to come, 8:25 to go.
I know that Karl Anthony Towns has tremendous handle, but boy, that was a high risk, oh, goodness gracious. Behind the back in traffic as a 7-footer?
Yeah, the 3 guys around him. Didn't see at least one of them coming. Peyton Pritchard. Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges will check in. 8:25 to go. Big 3 from Sam Hauser stopped the 11-2 run. And then Anthony Simons looking for a 3-point play as they sub Towns out. It's remarkable how he's able to fill the stat sheet. 23 points. It's the only Knick with 20. But again, hasn't felt like his best performance on that end of the floor.
No, it really hasn't. And despite that feeling, 10 of 17 from the field is not a bad line. In fact, I don't know that we've seen him connect on 2 threes in a while. So he's 2 of 5 there. But I think it just speaks to how much talent is in there and how good he can be when he's really on.
He can really raise the ceiling of this team that is already 3rd in offensive rating. Foul shot was good for Simon, so Knicks ball down 15. Brunson step back, far corner 3. Back rimmed it in front of the bench. Rebound tipped by Pritchard, collected by Gonzalez, and Brunson also has struggled tonight. He is 1 of 7 from beyond the arc.
I asked Joe Mazzulla what's different about this Knicks team, and he talked about the 3s and the crash rate. The 3s have held up, but tonight the crash rate has not been as beneficial to the Knicks as it usually is.
Pritchard rimmed out a left elbow jumper off the dribble over Clarkson. Bridges off the rebound, goes coast to coast. Clarkson with the ball near corner. Down the lane, kick out Brunson, right point, pump fake, over to Bridges near wing 3. Got another one. Mikal Bridges keeping the Knicks in this game. He's 5 of 8 from downtown. They're back within 12. Still time left for New York, 7.5 to go. Simons dribbling near the Leprechaun logo at center court. At the right point, defended by Robinson. One dribble takes a three. Wild step back wouldn't go. Knicks will give him that shot all night. Again, Bridges will take it coast to coast. Walk up three, left wing. Got fouled by Gonzalez. 3 free throws coming up for Bridges, who claps his hands and says, come on, from the seat of his pants along the near sideline.
It actually looks like Gonzalez is the one who's coming up limp on this play.
You know what's interesting is Sam Hauser committed a landing area foul in game 1 of the playoff series last year. He twisted his ankle and had to miss the next couple of games, but the foul was still on him. Now Josh Hart wants this reviewed for a potential flagrant foul, which would be 3 free throws in the basketball for the Knicks to see if it was a reckless closeout by Gonzalez, putting his foot in the landing area of Bridges.
If the Knicks were to get a flagrant foul called here, that'd be a really opportune swing in their favor.
They will look at it, I believe.
We're looking to see if this meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Now, I've only seen the replay from a buffering tablet on the gentleman's desk below us, but my initial thought was, yeah, that looked like a pretty aggressive closeout from Gonzalez, and they don't give you a lot of leeway on this.
And there should not be sympathy points for the fact that Gonzalez comes up lame.
No. So they're taking a look. We do not get a look here on the video board. Hopefully something will pop up for us on one of the television feeds. 7:13 to go in the fourth quarter. Knicks were down by 18 entering this frame, but now within 12. It'll be at least 3 free throws for Bridges. I'm going to call that a reckless closeout, Monica.
I'm inclined to agree with you, partner.
And you haven't been wrong your entire life on replay reviews.
Exactly. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Another perfect score to begin this season, and they're already ready to decide.
The play on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul as it was a reckless closeout. We would shoot 3 shots, and they would get the ball free throw line extended with 24 on the shot clock.
Well, first step is to make these free throws. Bridges at 76% for the year.
Look at us. The accuracy is in our blood.
You seem surprised you got that right.
No, I'm celebrating.
So, 4th personal foul on Gonzalez. It's his 4th and a flagrant foul as well. Bridges will take these 3 foul shots by himself. Knicks will get the ball back. Down 12 with 7:13 to go. At the basket to our left, Bridges sinks the first. Reminiscent of the 3 free throws that Kate Cunningham took here last Wednesday. They were trying to intentionally foul up 3 to force 2 free throws, but he got into a shooting motion before they were able to foul him, so he got 3 free throws. Bridges gets the second. Would have been a chance to tie. He made the first 2, missed the third, and that's how the Pistons' 13-game win streak came to an end.
The motorcade broke down at the end.
Bridges gets all 3. It's back to a single-digit game. A lot of basketball left, 7:13 remaining in the fourth. Knicks will possess now as Simons and Gonzalez come out. 5 on the floor for the Celtics is Brown, White, Minot, Hauser, and then Gonzalez actually stays in the game.
You could actually be in position for a 6-0 swing here.
Let's not get greedy now, Monica.
I mean, 7 would be greedy. But
Towns back into the game. Brunson top of the key. Between the legs dribble on Gonzalez. Takes him to the near elbow. Backs him down. Pump fake inside. Spin move. Flip shot. No. Offensive rebound. Towns. Putback is good and 1. It could be a 6-point possession for the Knicks with a free throw.
Your partner's so smart.
Your partner isn't.
This was a big-time play, though. And as I'm watching this unfold, I'm like, oh, God, Karl-Anthony Towns got to get out of paint because, of course, a 3-second violation would kill the momentum. But Jalen Brunson is right at the left side of the basket, and Karl-Anthony Towns sticking with it. Offensive rebound, putback. The second chance opportunities for the Knicks have been so good to them over this 4-game win streak.
26 points for Towns. He gets the free throw, and at the very least, the Knicks have once again put the fear of the basketball gods into these Celtics fans. From 18 down, they're back within 6. McBride almost stole a pass at midcourt. Back to the backcourt to get it, Derek White. tough right wing three off the dribble, very short, long rebound McBride. 6:39 to go in the fourth. 102-96 Celtics.
If Deuce McBride doesn't find the bottom of the net again and the Knicks still manage to pull off a win, it will be because of that defensive play.
Bridges hits a three. It's a three-point game. Timeout Missoula. They ran a play for him on the right wing. He's the hot hand, and he stays scorching. 6 3-pointers for Bridges, 24 points, and it's a 3-point game with over half the fourth quarter to go.
Mikal Bridges was asked this morning if his performance in games 1 and 2 last year in the playoffs cemented him as a New York Knick. Now, he played that down because, of course, he's a professional, and he said, I just want to do whatever I can to help my team win. But I don't care what nobody says. That moved the needle for him in the conversation of Knicks fans, and tonight he's picking up where he left off.
The Celtics ended the third quarter on a 12-0 run. The Knicks, after an 11-2 start to the fourth, just went on their own 12-0 run. And Mikal Bridges just matched a season high with 24 points. He is 6 of 9 from downtown. 102-99, Boston leads New York, currently hanging on by a thread at TD Garden. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
New York City basketball fans, tonight's message is powered by Local 3 IBEW and NICA New York. In this city, they run the three-man weave. Local 3, NICA New York, and 125 years of union electricians delivering safe, skilled power. From hospitals and schools to transit, Madison Square Garden, and that skyline, they keep the lights on. They're training the next generation so the city never slows down. Local 3 IBEW and NICA New York, powering New York City. Always on, always leading the way.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Ready to let the good times cruise? Then you need a Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, a proud partner of the New York Knicks. Made with real iced tea, real vodka, and no bubbles. It's one wildly refreshing drink. Sun Cruiser goes great with the sun, the sand, the snow, and anywhere else your adventures take you. Stop by Blue Haven in Manhattan for 8 Sun Cruisers for the price of 7. Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Massachusetts. All nutritionals based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
The Knicks just scored 9 points in 45 seconds. They got a three-pointer foul call to get Mikal Bridges 3 free throws. Then Karl Anthony Towns had an and one because the Knicks kept possession. It was a flagrant foul on the three-point shot by Hugo Gonzalez. And then the next time down, Mikal Bridges nailed a 3. All part of a 12-0 Knick run, and all part of a fourth quarter that they're winning 23-8. They're back within 3, 6:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. But Celtic ball from left to right in the green and white, Knicks in the black and orange. They've got Brunson, McBride, Bridges, Clarkson, and Towns. Brown, top of the key, slips a pass into Walsh, down the lane, kick out to the near corner, 3 from Minot, got it. Big 3 from Josh Minot. He is 3 of 4 from distance tonight, and that's his biggest shot by far.
As a team in this one, the Celtics are shooting 33% from the three-point line.
Lane opens for Brunson, gets into a wide-open lefty layup. It's a 4-point game.
Captain Clutch, he had a quiet first half, and still now, not necessarily his signature scoring with just 13 points, but he does have 9 assists, and he's shown up big in the second half.
He was 4 of 16 before that make. 105-101 Boston, 5:43 to go. Double team on Brown up top, gets rid of it to the foul line for Walsh. Extra pass, Minot again. Misses this time for the far wing, but the putback is good from Walsh. And the Celtics retake a 6-point lead. Brunson from right to left. At the high side wing now, backing down Walsh. Crowd getting loud here. 5:20 to go. Brunson around the perimeter, into the near corner. Clarkson pump fake, out to Brunson near wing. Step back three over Minot. Very short. Rebound all the way into the near corner, picked up by White. Brunson 1 for 8 from 3. Now Brown, top side, spins to the foul line around Clarkson, lost his balance, got it back, couldn't bank home an off-balance shot. Another offensive rebound for Walsh, and he scores over Clarkson. And Mike Brown calls timeout. Good response from Joe Mazzulla's Celtics after their timeout. They have an 8-point lead with 4:59 to go.
The young man in his third year out of Arkansas, Jordan Walsh, with back-to-back baskets. In his last 12 games, though, no surprise, he's had about almost 6 rebounds in about 25 minutes. So the putbacks and the critical rebounds are something that he's been building toward.
Stay tuned for the Knicks post-game show presented by Local 3, IBEW, and NICA New York, always leading the way. Big second half for Mikal Bridges, 22 points, has kept the Knicks in this game as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. There's the 11 o'clock game going on out west. Golden State hosting Oklahoma City. The Thunder are 20-1. The Warriors are 11-10. Philly beat Washington earlier today. Toronto a bounce-back win over Portland. They got them by 3 up in Canada. 2-point game late in New Orleans after another Zion Williams injury was announced. The Pelicans have a 2-point lead on Minnesota, 124-122. And then they're tied in San Antonio, 110 apiece between the Spurs and Grizzlies. That's your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event. Get yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today.
Do you think that the Thunder will win 74 games and break the Warriors' record?
Yes, but I haven't really thought about it all that much. But if I had to answer now, sure, 20-1. That's usually how it works. Got to start hot. Knicks ball from right to left. They started this game hot, 17-4 run, but they've trailed by as many as 18 entering this fourth quarter. Bridges up top, screen from Towns, drives down the lane, kicks to McBride, far corner 3, too strong. Towns reaches high for the rebound, lost by him, picked up by Brunson, who then threw it away inside to Towns, intercepted by Walsh.
Walsh was having a really great stretch here late.
Jalen Brunson, unfortunately, is not. Brown, far wing, defended by Brunson. Dribbling to the top of the key, double team from McBride, picked up his dribble, 30 feet away from the hoop. Threads a pass to White, left wing triple, short. Long rebound, Walsh. That's his third offensive board in the last few minutes. White under the hoop, kick out to Hauser, out of bounds. Off his left hand, into the Knick bench. So New York ball down 8, 4:06 to go in the fourth.
I'm going to have to go back and look at the last time the Knicks were out-rebounded. Currently, they are being out-rebounded 36-32.
Bridges starting the action on the right wing. Screen from Towns. Baseline drive under the hoop. Threw it off the fingertips of White. Carry him to the corner for Hart. Somehow saved it to Brunson. Pass inside to Towns and a right-hand stuff. He got fouled. Sam Hauser thought it was a push-off, but no, he's the one who committed the personal. And a good find from Brunson gets Towns a jam and a 6-point game with free throw coming.
Are they going to review this?
Yeah, timeout and a challenge from the Celtics. Hauser was emphatic that it was the offhand from Towns that initiated the contact. And you have an absolutely pivotal review coming up here. It's either a free throw for Towns that could make it a 5-point game, or take 2 off the board and give it back to Boston, where it's an 8-point game.
That's a big swing.
Towns has somehow put together a 28-point night. Just 6 rebounds, and his impressive run of double-doubles is going to fizzle out a bit. While Brunson stuck on 13 points, he does have 10 assists in 35 minutes.
We're not getting a clean look at the replay.
Looked like contact from both parties.
My hesitation on this being overturned is I don't feel like that is an arm that's a forearm, right, in the Heisman sort of way. This is a dunking, natural motion. It's energetic. He's going with one hand. That other hand naturally usually is going to go out.
Yeah, this is a real tough one. I can see a no call, just 2 for Towns, and no foul on Hauser, which would be a successful challenge, and the Celtics get to keep it.
I don't know. I don't think they could go that way. It's either going to be a foul on Hauser or a foul on Towns.
Another quick review.
The call on the floor is going to stand as the defender is illegal as he contests the shot at the basket.
Yeah.
So a 3-point play for Karl Anthony Towns, and perhaps just as pivotally, the Celtics cannot challenge any more calls the rest of the way.
I think, though, if we were to go back to our preseason seminars, Hauser goes from A to B.
Yes.
Essentially, right? And so Towns has a right to that spot. So he wasn't in, he's not in legal guarding position. So, yeah, we got it right. We worked it out.
So Towns will get the free throw at the basket to our left. Knicks back within 6. This is certainly not the meltdown Celtics offense of last year's playoffs. They are hitting shots down the stretch here to keep the Knicks at arm's length. They got it as close as a 3-point deficit. Minot hit a 3 to answer Bridges' 3. Towns taking his time, and the free throw is good. He is 3 of 3 from the line tonight, 29 points, second only to Jaylen Brown's 37. 5-point game, a lot of basketball still to be played. 3:40 to go in Boston.
Got to play some defense here for the New York Knicks, though.
And they slow down Jaylen Brown into Minot. Kick out Walsh left corner. Now on the left wing, it's White off the dribble 3. Got it. Good contest from Bridges, but White continues to kill the Knicks. That's his 4th 3-pointer.
I was talking a little bit with Gary Washburn, the terrific writer for the Boston Globe, and he said that Derek White has been in a little bit of a slump. Oh, he's out of it tonight.
8-point lead for the Celtics. Hart near corner, passed up with 3. Entry pass to Towns, double team near block, into the cutting Hart. He got fouled and scored. Josh Minot and Jordan Walsh in the area. They can't challenge, as we just mentioned, and Hart powered through the contact for a right-hand layup.
An incredibly smart play by Karl Anthony Towns, understanding that the double team, well, both of those guys, Hart and Towns, recognizing the double teams have been following him all night, and then for Hart to keep moving without the basketball to make himself available. Really good stuff. And, of course, the finish through contact.
Hart's foul shot. In the air and through. Back to a 5-point game. Hart's got 19 points, 29 for Towns, 27 for Bridges. Brunson just 13, but he might have something to say about that as we're officially in crunch time. Brown right elbow. Now backing down, Bridges pulls up, got blocked but fouled. He had Bridges on his hip on the back end. Bridges then caught up to him. And then as Brown went up, there was some contact down low despite the clean block out high. 3rd foul on Bridges. Knicks only have 2 fouls in the quarter, and they're on the bonus on the other end. 5-point Celtic lead. Brown is 5 of 5 from the line. Just under 3 minutes to go. First free throw connects.
He'll have the opportunity, if he makes the second free throw, he'll have 39, but we looked at the top guys by percentage of scoring for their team, and he is in fact one of them, so it's no surprise that he's been able to pour it on tonight, and in a matchup that I believe was very emotionally charged for the Celtics, no matter how they may have tried to play it down pregame.
Knicks won the first meeting in New York by 10. And with Brown's second free throw off the back rim, they're within 6 still. 2:50 to go. Familiar territory for New York. Just another night in Boston with a chance to come back from a big deficit. Bridges, far corner, catch and shoot 3. That's good. Mikal Bridges has 7 3-pointers, and the Knicks are back within 3.
Good for a 30 ball tonight to go with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. He has been ice cold, particularly in this second half.
2.5 left. Tension in the building. Celtics ball up 3. White near wing. Down the lane to Brown. In traffic. Kick out. Walsh. Far corner. Pump fake to 3. Drives the lane. Hung in the air. Banked it in.
Tough move. Ooh, that's a tough move.
5-point game. Bridges matching a career high 7 made 3-pointers as they have a few more in them. Brunson darts inside. Pump fake. Far block in the paint. Kick out Hart near corner. Passed up with 3. Now Brunson far wing. Off a jab step in the lane. Floater. No. Rebound Hauser. Brunson 5 of 19. 1:52 left. Celtics ball up 5. Brown muscles into the paint, blocking foul on Brunson. He missed the layup. And Brown right back to the free throw line. 1:47 to go here in the fourth.
Brunson is doing the best he can to get back. He has a positive response to the missed layup, but unfortunately cannot get in position to absorb the charge on Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, this is building a narrative toward if the Knicks can win this game on Brunson's biggest off night of the season, then what can't they do?
Well,
first foul shot from Brown, rims in.
So as much as we will gawk at, and Mikal Bridges has a 30-point night with 7 made threes, like that is outstanding. It is worthy of praise. Your eyes should pop out your head. But initially on that last defensive possession, he also was guarding Jaylen Brown, which is as important to anything that he's doing offensively. Now, the Celtics obviously are running pick and roll, trying to exploit and remove or switch that matchup. But somebody's got to take the responsibility, and honestly, it's been Jordan Walsh who's coming with huge baskets in this fourth quarter.
Brown got both. Knicks down 7, 99 seconds to go. Brunson top of the key, dribbling to the far wing, defended well by Hauser. 9 to shoot, 90 seconds to play. Brunson takes Hauser inside, missed a floater, rebound popped in the air, and the Knicks are against the ropes as Hart fouls White. That is their second in the last 2 minutes. Down 7 with 1:27 left. And they're going to need some help and miss free throws to get back in this game now. 40 points for Jaylen Brown. Third time he's reached that mark in a game this season.
I will be honest with the listeners. I'm a little bit torn here because I think considering the type of game that I'm torn because considering the type of game that Jaylen Brunson has had, I would have liked to see him get off the ball and maybe come back to it on that possession, right? But in the same breath, that is still the reigning clutch player of the year. And then competing with that idea is this whole system that Mike Brown has put in versus what we saw worked all of last season when things were tight. But I will give the Celtics credit, and all of that can be examined closely in tape should this result ultimately hold. But you got to give the Celtics credit. They made it a really tough day for Brunson.
Both free throws good. 9-point Celtic lead. Bridges down the lane and a right-hand stuff. He's got 32. Celtics were willing to surrender the lane instead of giving up a 3. But a quick bucket for the Knicks, back within 7. Now they need several stops. Almost got one with a steal from McBride, but loose ball picked up by Brown. White back near midcourt. 10 to shoot, 65 to play.
He definitely dribbled out of bounds.
Refs missed it. Brown up top, caught in the air, passes to his right for White. His 3 at the end of the shot clock is short. Rebound, Towns. Outlet to Brunson. Knicks ball from right to left, down 7. Bridges far wing. Top of the key now, dribbling to the left wing. Pull up 3. It's good. A career high 8th three-pointer for Mikal Bridges. Knicks are not done yet. It's a 4-point game.
Got to come up with stops urgently.
35 for Mikal Bridges. Jaylen Brown taking his time. Out high near the scorer's table. Far side, 8 to shoot, 28 to play. Defended by Towns, double team from Hart, and he threw it away. Straight out of bounds. What happened there for Jaylen Brown? The Knicks will take over. 25 seconds left, down 4.
It doesn't have to be a 3 here, but the way Mikal Bridges is shooting, it could be a 3.
Ball's in his hands, top of the key. Left point, off the dribble. Missed the 3 this time, and the Knicks are running out of time. Offense or defensive rebound. Jordan Walsh, and a jump ball is signaled. Walsh was surrounded by Celtics. Boston wanted to call a timeout. Crew chief Sean Wright's coming in to talk with the younger member of the crew, John Conley, who called the jump ball. This is a big ruling here. 16 seconds left. 4-point game. And it is a jump ball at the foul line on the left side basket. 4-point game. Knicks down 16. You need a tip. You'd like a 3. And then you foul and hope for some free throw line.
A sneaky detail in there is Karl Anthony Towns is trying to convince the officials that he was the one in the jump ball, and there were multiple Knicks surrounding Walsh. It looks like they're going to go with Deuce McBride ultimately.
The second to worst choice on the court. He does have some good jumping ability. Although Jordan Walsh has been after every loose ball tonight on the offensive glass especially. 14 on the shot clock. It will reset if the Celtics win it, but it will not if the Knicks do. It's up and came straight down, collected by White. He went down. Whistle, and now a timeout for the Celtics is awarded with 12.8 to go. Not quite done yet, but the Knicks are running out of room. 119-115. And their last time down, well, they just went to the hot hand, hoping for the 9th Mikal Bridges 3, but he came up empty. And now you hope for a steal on the inbound or some missed free throws.
Wow, what a finish.
Stay tuned for the Knicks post-game show presented by Local 3 IBEW and NICA New York, always leading the way. $35 for Bridges, 29 from Towns, 19 from Hart. Jalen Brunson's got 13. Mikal Bridges had 5 points at halftime, by the way. He has 30 points in the second half.
10 points combined from the 4 players that actually played on the bench, off the bench. Mohamed Diawara registered 1 minute in the box score. That's problematic. The Celtics, meanwhile, 33 points from their bench unit.
Big three-pointers from Josh Minot tonight. He hit 3 of them. Anthony Simons, 12 points. A little less noticeable because of his typically interesting shot selection. But the 40 from Brown and the 20 from White might be a bit too much to overcome tonight for the Knicks. Out of the timeout, Boston will have Hauser inbounding far sideline. Simons, Pritchard, White, and Brown. 4-point lead, 12.8 to go. Towns defending the inbounder. Hauser, a couple of ball fakes. Running out of time here, gets it underneath the hoop to White, and he banks in a wide open layup around Brunson. 4.999 seconds allowed to inbound, and they get the job done. Celtics by 6, inbound to Hart, right back to Brunson with 8. Motors down the lane, driving on White, banked it in. 5.8 to go, 5-point game, or 4-point game rather. Inbound this time, Simons at his own foul line over the top for Brown. He'll catch it underneath the hoop with 2 and slam it down. 42 points for Jaylen Brown. His career high is 50 as Bridges heaves at the horn, but comes up empty. And after letting an 18-point lead get down to 3 in the fourth quarter, the Celtics survive, and they even up the season series with New York with a 123-117 win tonight in Boston.
I think there's a lot of good to take from this game for the New York Knicks. There's a lot of growth opportunity from this game. But I'm hearing what Mikal Bridges, who played terrific, said in the pregame show, the sound we got from him, about going out on the road and being able to put it together. This was a great test for the Knicks tonight, and although it didn't quite go the way you would have liked if you root for the New York Knicks, it's early in the season, and you'd rather this be now so that this team can begin to work its kinks out. Now, I will also say this. You didn't have OG Anunoby or Landry Shamet in this one, as those guys are still working their way back into the rotation.
I think if you get an average game from Jalen Brunson, you win this game somewhat comfortably, but 6 out of 21 tonight, and the Knicks come up short with a 6-point loss in Boston, and the 4-game win streak is over. Stay tuned for the Knicks postgame show, presented by Local 3 IBEW and NICA New York, always leading the way. Pat O'Keefe will have your coverage when we come back. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Wild Turkey Bourbon master distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
Every unforgettable Knicks moment is built on heart, hustle, and history, the same qualities that define London Jewelers. For 100 years, London Jewelers has helped generations celebrate life's biggest wins, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones that shine forever. Because true brilliance isn't just seen, it's felt, shared, and passed on. From fine timepieces to exquisite jewelry, London Jewelers is where moments become memories that last a lifetime. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of excellence. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you, it finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get